Hello and welcome,
Hey!
everyone.
Now my mic is selected. Hello and welcome everyone to this week's episode of Below the Land of Fire. We are back with a full cast this week. Yay! It's all very, very exciting. I'm excited to be here, and so we're gonna go around and we're gonna say who we are, who we're playing, and I don't know. I guess that's it. I thought maybe I had another question that was exciting, but it's gone. So I'm Lindy. I will be playing the Keeper of Arcane Lore for this evening, and all the terrible things that'll happen. I mean, wonderful things that'll happen to our players. We have back with us this week, Yutsai. How are you this evening?
I'm doing well. Missed 2 sessions and I missed it so much, so I'm glad I'm back. Ready for mysteries and the unknown and waiting for things I don't understand to try to kill me. I've heard I missed a lot.
You'll catch up. Your character was just so tired. So tired. Someone who's often tired is Nuggetosaurus. How are you this evening?
I'm surprisingly not tired this evening. But I am, it's true, I'm very often very tired. I'm Nuggetosaurus. I'm playing Bobby May Dean, the photojournalist from New York, and I'm very concerned about a taxidermied penguin.
I wouldn't worry about that. Someone who really shouldn't worry about taxidermied penguins is La Gloria. How are you this evening?
I'm doing very good. By very good, I mean I'm very tired. So I think we just swapped today, Nugget. Definitely worried about the taxidermy penguin, though I don't think Irina is as worried. She's just
Good.
like, I tune things. I'm a sound tech. That guy's weird. Who cares? He's rich. All weird. Like all weird people are either rich.
Yeah, that's
weird.
gotta be it.
Yes. Excited about the weird little magnet people though.
Little magnetic figurines. Yes, indeed. We'll go over all that once we get started. But someone who's not a millionaire that I know about, at least, is Dimples and Dice. How are you?
Hello, I'm Dimples and Dice, and I am not a millionaire. Hi, I'm going to be playing, yes, our Damp Daddy. That can also be called that one, but that's for another game. Anyway, I'm going to be playing Teddy Gilbert, boxer turned bodyguard turned chicken shit, because he don't like this shit. And he's being sent on missions for things that he don't understand and does not want to approach anymore. And it seems likely that those are things he's going to likely have to deal with, and that's probably not good for his psyche.
Call of Cthulhu isn't good for your psyche, everyone. Well, the character's psyche. I mean, I find it a great time, but, the characters... oh, not so much. So what happened last week was they thought they were all done with Bolivia, went back to Peru, filled out their mission report, sent it back. Thought they were gonna have to wait a couple hours to get all the info back, but a short 20-30 minutes later, they got a reply fax. And it was sending them on a very urgent, important mission to Ushuaia, Argentina, also known as the end of the world in Tierra del Fuego, the Land of Fire. Her grandniece, Heather, had rung her up earlier that day with a lot of strange happenings that may have reminded one of the founders of Wintercroft of some bad times in Antarctica. See at the Mountains of Madness, or Beyond the Mountains of Madness for more details. So she dubbed this a very urgent mission and sent them out on their way. So they traveled to Ushuaia. They found the Hotel Villa Brescia and managed to find Heather and start talking with her. She pulled out some artifacts and things that they had found. But Parker Lee had been really tired, until he just got like a second wind right now. It's a decent hour in the evening because you kind of spent all day traveling. It's probably about dinner time, 6, 7 o'clock, maybe even 8. But Parker, you just got a second wind, and Heather gets an idea. You know what? haven't had a lot of time to prepare all this stuff for you. So there's a restaurant downstairs. I'm sure y'all are really tired and hungry from traveling. So how about you go get some food, and I will draw out on this whiteboard like a timeline of events, so you can just have it all there for your investigative needs. I don't know how you all operate.
Honestly, I feel like I've hit my second win, so yeah, I'm up for dinner. I'm up for keep going, whatever you guys are up for.
Food sounds great, y'all. I'm starving. I can't remember the last time we ate.
It was probably lunch at the airport. It was a while ago. Okay, well, you know my room's 207. It's right here. She gets like a little dry erase marker. I will start making sure I get all this information down for you. The paella is very good. She starts.
Yeah, we're here. We're not leaving, so I guess let's go.
Just need like 10, 20 minutes. Basically, whenever you're done eating, I'll have this all ready for you.
All right.
All right. What's good to eat? Anyone see anything recommended? Anything with a big fancy sign or?
The paella is very good.
Oh, paella. I thought you meant like actually just eating a paella.
No, the paella. It's seafood, I think, today.
Ooh, I could do for some seafood.
I'm gonna eat it. Let's go.
Hey,
She starts drawing furiously on the whiteboard. Except almost like a, oh gosh, like you would panel out for like scenes in a movie or a TV show, just like trying to sketch out things that have happened.
Mm-hmm.
And you go downstairs. And it is, again, the hotel's pretty quiet because it's in the evening. There is dinner still being served for about another half hour or so. You guys just made it. See some staff just kind of in the kitchen in the back area. It's like one of those attached restaurants, like right next to the lobby, but it's like buffet style. You see they're kind of like taking in some of the empty containers and putting it in the back. Some chill music is playing on the speaker system.
kind of like a help yourself kind of situation?
Yep.
Perfect. I'm going to load up on as much seafood as I can.
There's a lot of seafood here. This is a port town, so lots of fishing, lots of seafood here.
Money can buy a lot of stuff. It can't buy freshness all the time, even if you live by the coast. So
That is very true. As someone who grew up on an island, I would have to agree with that. I will also grab a plate of just a bunch of food.
There's lots of food. There's a lot of it's Argentinian, but there's some American kind of staples as well. There's like a basket of bagels and like a little thing of cream cheese next to it. You know, some other things.
Teddy is getting in food, but there's anything that seems like squid or octopus or anything like that, he is absolutely avoiding it. Not necessarily even actively thinking about it, just...
I don't think there is any squid or octopus. I think the waters are a little too cold here.
Fantastic, then. Great. Then the thought just crosses his mind and he goes...
It's all fish and crab.
Fantastic. Probably even avoids the crab.
Okay. Oh, buddy.
hey, Bobby, man, you find any squid or octopus? I was hoping for a little.
You know, I'm not seeing any here. I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping for like maybe some
Probably better off
calamari,
with that.
Yeah. Gosh.
something like that.
What was that,
We don't
Teddy?
need it. That's fine. We don't need that.
You okay? You've been kind of.
Oh yeah, I'm great. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Everything's great. Fantastic. Mm-hmm.
I look at Teddy. Does he look like he's teetering on his feet? Is he pretty tired or just kind of?
Oh, Teddy seems steady as far as that goes. Just more like that. I'm fine. The I'm fine. The smile does not reach the eyes.
I like to actually. I don't. Okay. If it doesn't reach the eyes, I'm pretty sure he's
yeah.
he's
You
not
can
really
tell.
being upfront. Okay. Well, I've got my 2 plates from the buffet. Saves me a trip. And I guess we can just sit down and enjoy our evening.
There's plenty of tables. There's not really anyone in the dining room right now.
Yeah, what's like the general vibe of this? Like just kind of like what we've seen of the town so far. I know we haven't seen much.
So, it's a small town. There's not a ton of people here. This is smaller than even Puno was. Maybe as you flew in, population might be 25,000. Maybe. Maybe. I think I actually had 10,000 written. It's not big. Lots of docks, though. You can see that there's a lot of boats that come and go from here. Looks like mostly fishing vessels, but there is one larger vessel. Looks like a research vessel. You know how they're like really big.
Yeah.
Saw one of those in the harbor. You also saw a seaplane at the harbor at its own dock. That even had like a little like boathouse next to it. And the town itself, you saw some locals walking about, pretty quiet, just kind of going about their business. It's starting to get chillier. It's getting into autumn down in South America. April's pretty chilly. And this is as close to Antarctica as you can get without being in Antarctica and still being on land. So, again, it's going to be 10 degrees above freezing tonight, which is not a ton. Like, I don't know the Celsius off the top of my head for that, but it's pretty chilly. So lots of people in jackets, lighter weight jackets. There was a video store you passed by. People were going in and out of that.
Okay.
Like, a lot of this town is kind of closing down not long after dark. You're guessing it's because everyone just kind of goes home. Not a lot of need for
Right.
some 24-hour services. You're guessing the hospital's still open and a couple other things, but most of it's
Yeah.
pretty shut down after dark.
Makes sense. Okay.
And this definitely looked like the nicest hotel you saw going through town too.
In town. Okay. Okay. Then yeah, just kind of sit down and start chowing down.
It's tasty. Whoever the cooks are, they know what they're doing.
Nice.
Ooh, that's good.
So, how long y'all think it's gonna be before we wrap this up and go home?
Well,
'Cause I mean, let's be real. They were in a submarine. It went down under the water. It's been a few days. Is it crass to say they're probably dead?
now, I was thinking the same thing. They're probably not coming back.
I mean, that's if they didn't resurface. I mean, if it's got air in it and goes down, most things with air under the water tend to float back eventually.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine if they had resurfaced, they would have been found by now. It's been what, 2-3 days?
This is
I
the
don't
second
know.
day.
Guys,
It's funny, they went missing on Friday, April 11th, right around the time of Halley's Comet.
That is interesting.
Isn't that just?
I mean, let's just assume that they got. Let's not assume, but think about it. We got washed all the way from Peru to Bolivia, which was what, 40-ish miles. Even if they did resurface, they might not be anywhere near where they're searching.
That's true. I mean, that was a storm, though, and the ocean is a little different than a lake, but...
Hey, currents aren't a joke. Like a riptide can pull you right off the shore to drag it
Oh,
from
yeah.
miles out to the ocean.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm kind of with you there, Teddy. If they are around here, I'm not sure if we're going to find them anytime soon, so I'm not sure when we'll get to go home, so to speak.
Well, I think we should probably do our due diligence, considering the owner of Wintercroft asked us to investigate this. So definitely... But honestly, I don't have any hope that we're going to find these people alive, personally.
Is it too far-fetched to think that, considering there's been things floating up, what if there's some underground cave they got dragged into or something like that? Because, if you think about it, right, even if we don't find the missing sub with the missing people, someone might have. That's an entire submarine. Sure, it might have crushed and they might have probably died inside it, but
you do also know, just for y'all's reference, you know Lake Titicaca was on the Peruvian and Bolivian border. Not too far away from here is the border of Chile. Chile is right next to Argentina. Like some of the islands are Argentina's down here, and some of the islands are Chile's. It's kind of like a coin flip as to who's whose.
Okay.
There's also a lot of little islands around here. It's like an archipelago.
Great. More little islands.
At the mention of underwater caves, you can see Parker, like, what mouthful of seafood, just kind of grimace, not say anything, but take his head a little bit.
If they did get like sucked in or trapped in some type of underwater cave, I don't know how we are expected to get them out. I mean, I don't have a submarine laying around.
Honestly, if they are somewhere like that, how are you even going to find them? I mean, it's not like no, even a cave, that depending on how low they are,
Don't
probably
put
couldn't
this
get a
energy
signal
out in
out.
the air, but rich people do rich people shit. And it'll be just our fucking luck that somebody decides, hey, let's get them a submersible so they can go and look too.
You cannot
I've
pay
worked
me
around
enough.
a bunch rich people. That kind of shit wouldn't surprise me.
Well, that's when we would go our separate ways, and you three could have a fun time in the death tube.
Yeah,
You
I don't
just
think
leave
I
us
would
on our own,
be.
Parker.
I might
Actually,
leave
you're
y'all with
leaving me
Parker,
on the land.
because I would not be comfortable going into a submarine underwater. No, thank you.
I mean, according to the submarine guy, you don't need training. You just need to watch that one movie.
Das Boot.
I am not going under the water. No, thank you.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
taught him
it's-
everything
it's-
he needs to know.
We'd have to get our hands on a submarine first, though, so probably
I'm
not
just
gonna
saying,
happen.
it
Kind of
could
a moot
happen.
point.
Be ready.
It's not gonna happen, Teddy.
I hope not.
I think our first step is to finish hearing whatever Heather has to say to us. And then I think we need to start talking to these people that are making this documentary. And I think we need to retrace their steps up until the point they went into the submersible. I think we need to go to that lake. I think we need to see what they saw and go from there.
Sure. I
Sound
think that's a
plan?
good start.
Quick question: is this considered
Yes.
a continuation of our first mission
Yes.
or a separate one?
No, this is
Okay.
a second mission. This is your first mission. The Wintercroft considers complete based on the report that you sent.
I would find it that they send the four of us back in the field together. Don't they usually just grab Uber's handy?
Well, I mean, that's pretty much why we were sent, is because we were the closest and could get here the fastest.
Thought we'd get like a little break in between, you know? Go back dust off the shelves.
Normally, I feel like we would, but this is the, owner's great niece, so special circumstances. I don't know.
Well, after this, I'm hoping for a good long vacation. Technically, these are supposed to be my vacations, but Wintercroft's asking a lot more than they usually do from me.
Yeah. This one feels different. I don't know about y'all, but this one makes me uncomfortable. And it's probably just all the water, but that's just me.
Look, some weird stuff's happened, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm 0 for 2, and I'm starting to feel like a fool. First it was a demon, turned out to be a pup. Second time was a cult, turned out to just be like a rock concert. So I'm ready to find or not find these people and just call it a day, because I need a break, right and proper.
Yeah, that's fair.
Someone shuffles into the dining area, goes over to the coffee, grabs a mug, fills it, sets it down, grabs a second mug, fills it, sets it down, looks at their cigarette for a second, goes, picks them up with both hands, the cigarette in mouth, and then just shuffles back out. And they're wearing sunglasses, and yes, it is indoors, at night.
I've had nights
think
like
that's
that.
One of those people or girls working with.
Did we recognize this person from any of the pictures?
That might be the producer / director, Walter Thomas.
Oh. Yeah, Teddy, I think that was the producer or director or Thomas something like that.
Do we talk to him or we just?
Do they know
You know
we're
what?
here?
Don't.
Because, like, I know Heather recruited us, but has she told other people that we have come to investigate?
Yes. Hopefully she told them that the people that her weird family decided to investigate this situation because it seems weirder than the police here will be able to handle. I'm sure that went over well.
Oh, yeah.
But then again, they do have a guy with a pet penguin, stuffed penguin, and sunglasses running around. So
that they talk to,
what do I know?
apparently.
Yeah. Weird might just be their MO.
Well, he is an eccentric millionaire, so I would not be surprised.
You know, I think we let people off too easily when they have money.
What do you mean by let him off?
I mean, like eccentric billionaire. Oh, I get to be weird as fuck. And nobody's going to bother me about it because I got a lot of money. I mean, don't they get to get away with a bunch of stuff already for being like millionaires and billionaires and such?
I guess money is the one language most people understand.
Yeah, but that also gives you an excuse to not understand them. That's what I'm getting at. Just, you know what? Never mind. Don't worry about me. I'm all right.
You sure you're all right, Teddy?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm great. It's fine. It's fantastic.
All right.
I
Someone
wonder
comes
how long
by
Heather needs.
to like go, can I take your plates if you're done with them?
Sure,
Sure.
thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank
This is like an employee.
Yeah, like it looks like kitchen staff.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a quick question for you.
Sure.
Have you been working here while this camera crew has been here?
Oh yeah.
What can you tell us about them?
Kind of weird. But I guess that's Hollywood people, right?
Yeah, weird how? Like, what is weird about them?
They're all different kinds of weird, you know? Like just a mishmash. I mean, I guess a couple of them seem pretty normal. Like, I think they call her Danny. She seems pretty normal. Guy with the sunglasses always looks just done. Tired. I don't know what the creepy taxidermied penguin's about, but I've decided to not ask questions about that one.
That's fair.
Oh, the ponytail girl, she's pretty nice. Always helps clean the dishes. There was a camera guy that was nice, and there was a professor. He was nice, but he was really long-winded. I haven't seen them in a few days. And the just really tatted up guy, he looked intimidating. I tried to avoid him. And then there was like a surfer dude who looked, I don't know if he was on drugs, but I guess he was decent.
All right. And how have they been? Have they been respectful? Have they been, disruptive?
They've been pretty nice for the most part. I mean, Mr. Grimm had a little too much whiskey a couple nights. But I mean, that happens to everyone every now and then. He just got loud. Not rude, just loud.
Okay. As long as he didn't get grabby. this.
No. He only grabs onto that penguin.
That's an odd way of putting
I
it.
didn't need that in my life at all. Oh.
And how have y'all been?
There's just that
receiving
lady
them?
scientist. She's been
Lady
in
scientist.
and out of the kitchen all the time.
All right. How have the other locals been receiving them? Has it been a warm welcoming? Has it been standoffish? Have you felt anything like that?
Most of the community's been pretty okay with it. I mean, we're hoping it brings some tourism to the area. That'd be nice.
That would be.
I remember overhearing a conversation at that Danny person. She was having a really hard time trying to talk to some of the descendants of the natives of the area, the Selknam. Almost like they were scared to talk to her. They were having like protests in the streets a few months ago, but they stopped really suddenly.
Protests.
Wondering if like the government kind of maybe wanted them to. I don't know.
Quieted them. Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Sorry to interrupt you while you were working. I was just
no
curious.
problem. Just you. Breakfast will be served. We don't do room service after this time because it's only us who works the kitchen.
Right.
But breakfast starts at 7 if you're hungry. So.
Perfect. Thank you so much, darling.
Yeah, no problem. And yeah, I picks up the plates and shuffles them off to the
So-
back.
So most of that kind of
seawater for the snails.
snails. Gotta see the snails. That does kind of fit with what Heather has been saying about how they've been received, how they've been acting. So that's good there. Hopefully
Things are
she will
matching up.
continue. Yeah, she will continue to match up with things as we discover them. So,
So we're suspicious of Heather.
well, I don't know. So she seems to have some kind of genuine concern about these men that went missing. I wouldn't say suspicious. I do feel like that is the wrong word. I would say cautious, mainly just because we don't know what we're dealing with. And 4 people are missing. It's true. Whether they went missing on their own accord, being a bunch of dumbasses going down in a submarine or whatever. But like I said, something feels different about this. So I don't like this place. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it does.
Don't agree with me, Lindy.
No, it makes all of you feel like this. Just being in this
Like
town
this.
is just weird vibes, a little uncomfortable. Like when you're like a little bit nervous, you get that slight like twist to your tummy. All of you have that. Just FYI, just saying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think too hard about it. Probably the change of altitude because you were like up in the mountains. Now you're sea level. That's
Now
probably
we're down
all
low.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just make our way. Let's get this done as fast as possible
And
get
go
the
home.
fuck out of here. Yep.
I can
Oh.
agree with that.
All right. We head back up to Heather then.
You go back up to Heather
Yep.
and she gestures to the bed again for y'all to sit on the edge of because again there's not a lot of room in her room. And she has the whiteboard and she goes, "All right, so like I understand that you probably think they're all dead and I understand that that's a possibility, but I just have to hold out hope that they're still alive and we can find them. And if not, well, I at least owe it to them to try to find out what happened because I don't think it was an accident. Too many incidents of sabotage and just weird stuff happening has been going on, and I think there's something going on. So, here's my timeline of events." And she pulls off a blanket, and there's like 7 squares like drawn out on the whiteboard, and she goes, "All right, so we all finally got here. Some people took longer to get here than others, but we all finally got here on March 30th, Sunday, March 30th. Oops. And we had like a meet and greet dinner. It was pretty nice. There was drinks, there was snacks. Mr. Grimm made a big toast speech, and we all sat down and everyone did their little cast interview for the documentary. And I've dictated out on this whiteboard here how everyone knows each other. I mean, obviously we all know each other now, but like a lot of us hadn't met until that night. That's why it was a meet and greet night. So that was the first night. The second day is when we started like filming. That was March 31st, which was the Monday. Started the workday, everything would be open. So on March 31st, we went to Laguna Esmeralda. And at Laguna Esmeralda, Tanner and Wash, they went scuba diving under, and they found that weird circle of black sand. And they felt around in there a little bit, and they found the figurines that you see here on the bottom. And she gestures to the Tupperware again. That's kind of behind you guys on the bed now. The magnetic figures, and the like small metal star, and then the rock star, the stone star with the dots on it. Araya, he found a backpack that was like tucked away behind the trees, but was like pretty recently placed there with some archaeological gear and stuff in it. And that's the one that had the soapstone star. Also there was an earthquake that happened that day. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to say that part. Yeah, well, Tanner said it was right as he reached into the sand and pulled out an artifact. Like there was like an earthquake. It was like a 10-15 second one. It was pretty big. We decided not to do any more
So someone grabbed something, and the earthquake happened as soon as they grabbed it.
Well, around the same time, like he was like they were pulling stuff up out of the sand. I mean, grabbing a pottery shard from like this much of sand isn't going to cause an earthquake.
Right.
Yeah, and there's the pottery shard. And then Uriah also noticed that the train that all the locals told us was like long closed down. It was like a prison railway train thing. He said it looked like super operational. It had been running recently, but we didn't really have time to stop because it was getting dark outside. And well, Tanner and Wash had been scuba diving, and that it's very cold, so we would figure it'd be best just to get them back and warm everybody up. Go over the footage from that day since we even found artifacts and things. The next day, April 1st, she points to the third picture. This day is a doozy, so I've got two pictures for this one.
By the way, I love all these pictures. With me, they're great. These are amazing.
So Tuesday, April 1st, Walter Thomas, he had hired Mr. Johann Hertz, the seaplane pilot, to fly them out to Fuenguino, which is the local dormant, but the climatologist lady says it's becoming active, volcano in the area, because they wanted to do some diving down there, but they didn't want to carry all their diving equipment off, and there was this fishing vessel right in by the island named El Pescado Apestoso, or the Stinky Fish. And they radioed over and they asked if they could hire someone to carry all their stuff up because the professor he's kind of old. And so they got Mateo, who's a Chilean fisherman, and he is more than happy to take $100 and carry all their gear up the volcano side. They got up there and they actually met Dr. Renee Nelson, who is a climatologist. She had like a bunch of equipment out there and was taking samples and readings, and she advised them not to go diving in the volcano because the water was like hot springs temperature. It apparently was having fluctuations of different heat and cold, and she didn't want to risk anyone getting like flash fried or anything in the volcano. So they all decided that was a good idea, and decided they were all going to go back to the seaplane and take Dr. Renee with her, because her boat hadn't come to pick her up, which she thought was kind of weird, but these things happen, I guess. And they saw like a big flare go up. Tanner told me about this. They saw a flare go up from the Stinky Fish, the boat, and they crested over the top of the volcano rim, and they saw that the flare had gone up. They couldn't see anything because it was too far away, so they went down the mountain, got on the seaplane. Well, not all of them. Wash and Tanner and Mr. Thomas and Johann, they puttered out the seaplane on the water to go over to the boat to see if they needed help. And when they got there, no one was on the boat, but there was some blood splatter here and there, and the control panel in the drivey box section of the boat. I don't do boats. That was metal and had buttons, and the wheel and stuff had been slashed clean through. I don't know if like a machete could do that or something, but it was like a big old like gash right through it. And then they realized that the boat was slowly sinking, and they couldn't find anybody at all on the boat. And there was like 8 people on that boat. So Wash put on his gear and he scubaed under it, and apparently the underside of the boat also had like a big gash from like tip to, like end to end on it, and that was letting in water. It was like sinking, and that's when he like broke his ribs, cause a big wave came and like he hit the boat. He was between the boat and the seaplane, and he hit one of them with a big wave, and it was not great for him. So after seeing all that, I'm sorry, I probably should have stopped after this next picture. So after seeing all that, they flew back to Ushuaia, but there was like 6 people, and the boat could only fit, like the boat can fit everyone, so they dumped some fuel and they barely made it back in. But when they did, Wash went to the doctor, and Danny came running up with the translator saying, "You've got to see these snails." Producer had to handle like the paperwork for Renee and Mateo because they both had Chilean visas and Argentinian visas, and so that was like a whole thing. So Danny took Mia, who's our translator, to go see these snails that were like just swimming around. Not swimming around. I guess whales don't swim. They like scoot around on the bottom of like a big stock pot of boiling water. They're just like living life, loving it. They're like, "Woo, it's boiling, we're having a party." And the fisherman's wife was really mad at him because he was supposed to bring home dinner, and she went to boil the snails for dinner, and they wouldn't boil or get cooked. So we were able to trade them, I think it was some chickens. I really wish she would have wanted chicken. For the snails, because the professor was fascinated by it. And then the professor realized after holding one out of water for a little bit that it started to slow down, and so apparently if they have to stay at least boiling or they die. So we kept them hot, brought them back to the hotel. They've just kind of been simmering on the stovetop for like a week or so now. It's been a while. But they took one out, and they took they've got like these little scales on them, like if a dragon and like a snail had a baby. Got like little scales all over the soft part. Well, that's normally a soft part. It's scaly.
You know, dragons aren't real, right? Like I just don't know anything else that's got like those kinds of scales, because like snakes are really smooth. I guess maybe like fish. That's not quite right. They're not as thick. Imagine dragon scales are really thick. But anyways, I'll show you. I'll go to the kitchen and show you them afterwards. And then so they decided to do some science on them because they thought it'd be cool for the documentary. So Uriah like built a pressure cooker in like 45 minutes, and they tried to see how hot the snails could handle it, and the pressure cooker topped out at 650 degrees, and the snail was like even happier than before when it was just at boiling temperature. And so then they pulled it out, and they did some they took a scale off of it and found that it had like iron or something. Dr. Renee would know more. She was helping with some of that. But then Uriah was like, "Why don't we shoot it and see if that does anything?" And so he shot the shell, and it dented, but it just bounced off. So we all thought that was pretty weird. And it should make for really good television, and the professor wanted to have them all shipped back to MIT, but I don't know how they're going to do that when they need to stay boiling. I imagine it's going to be a process. And he was supposed to handle that, but he's gone now. Anyways, that was that day. Am I going too fast? Is this okay?
Parker looks at
Rather than
it
intro.
overwhelmed.
But this
Sorry, go
is yeah, you can just keep talking, I guess.
Okay, so the next day, April 2nd, we were going to take the boat out, but there was a really bad storm, so we couldn't. We all stayed in the hotel, and Tanner and I watched The Empire Strikes Back, because he hadn't seen it yet. And then the power went out after the movie. And apparently, we also all woke up to notes slipped under our door saying stuff like, "Leave now," or "Get out while you can," and "You're not welcome here." There's a bunch of them. Everyone got one. They thought maybe it was a prank because the power blipped at 3 in the morning. Apparently someone used that to take advantage of the security cameras not being on and slip all the notes under. But then when we lost power again, we discovered that the boat had become unmoored and was like playing bumper cars with all the other boats out in the harbor that had also become unmoored and got hit by lightning. And there was a lot of repairs that needed to be done to it. We didn't find this out till the next day, but this all happened on April 2nd. That's why I drew it here. And also someone like sabotaged all of our unused film. We had it in like a special, like its own room, so we could just grab a reel and go. And they either poured acid over it or like snipped it up. Like they just, it was all ruined. And it was a kind of a big problem. So the next basically week was us all handling all of the damaged boat stuff and getting film. Let's see. Oh, I also found salvaged audio cables that day. Of the snail day. That's why I was all day. I was fixing sabotage audio cables. And then on the 3rd through the 10th, Tanner, myself, the professor, and Danny, we drove to Buenos Aires to get more film, to get a part of the boat, to fix the boat that Uriah couldn't get locally. So we had to drive like a whole truck and trailer up there with the old damaged part, replace it with the new part, bring it back. We got new film, and while we were up there, Danny was able to have the professor interview one of the local Selknam descendants. She had moved away from Ushuaia a few years ago, and she now lives in Buenos Aires. So they were able to get that interview because I know they wanted like a culture piece and help like promote awareness for the rights movement they were trying to have. So she talked to them up there. And Mr. Grimm had like a big list of other things he wanted us to get. And then we drove back down from Buenos Aires. And that whole time Wash was just resting because he cracked his ribs. And Uriah was fixing the boat and probably swearing a lot. And then April 11th was the day that everyone went down in the sub. Not everybody. We got like a delayed start. We got like, because like things, people just like, wait, no, let's double check one more thing. Because, all the sabotage up to this point, we wanted to be like extra careful. So Raya looked over everything. And when we did get started, they were supposed to go down for 6 hours. Look for some underwater ruins that Mr. Grimm thinks are in the area or something. And so we were out in the Titan Oceanus, and everyone was getting really excited. And we're like, oh, and if they surface after 6 hours, it'll be perfect timing to like see Halley's Comet overhead. So they went down, everything was fine for the first several hours, and then there was like weird interference every now and then, but like not bad, not like terrible. We could still hear them, and then it kind of just cut out for a little bit, and it was getting close to the time where they're supposed to resurface. So we thought we just waited out a little bit, and then that time came by. They hadn't come back up yet, and then Halley's Comet passed overhead, and when that happened, we got a weird blast through the radio of like a transmission, but it didn't sound, it sounded like them, but it didn't quite sound like them, if you know what I mean. Like it was all distorted and strange, and there was like this background something. I can't really describe it. It's on some of the footage I have yet to edit and review still, but I can have it ready for you to hear when I get to it.
During this entire time, I actually have a question.
Yes.
Bless to Heather, more just while she is talking.
Mm-hmm.
I've probably been by the door.
Uh-huh.
Looking to see if there's like when there's shadows that pass by close to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything like that? Did I feel like anyone was eavesdropping?
Give me a spot hidden check. Or listen check. I'll allow either for you to listen for footprints or to see the shadow move by.
I will
also
try.
I have a quick question.
Listen,
Yes.
if that's okay.
Do we know why they went down in the sub? Like, why did they go in the sub? What were they looking for? Do we know that?
So Heather will, if you ask Heather that, she will, no, you don't hear anything. No one's passed by the door.
Okay.
Or you could spend a bunch of luck. Or you could, try to get a hard success, and if you don't succeed, the consequences will be worse than regular failure. You could try to push it. You'd have to roll a 32, 33.
I think I'm good.
Good. Okay. Okay.
We'll just be
Um,
eavesdropped in on, I guess. People
So
can
they
drop
went.
some eaves on
They
us.
went down in the sub. I'll answer your question because I think Heather actually did cover it a little bit last episode.
Yeah, I thought she did.
Yeah. So MIT is helping fund this documentary a little bit. And this is their new sub that they have made. The Titan Oceanus is the boat that MIT has, and the Titan Uranus is the submersible that is attached to it. They let the college students name the vessels.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a new sub. It's had extensive testing in Boston. This was going to be its first like scientific venture. It's going to be televised. It's going to be good PR for MIT. You know, all sorts of stuff. MIT is wanting reports and updates and things on how it went. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason is Mr. Grimm swears that there is a great underwater discovery to be had here, even bigger than the Titanic. Finding the ruins of the Titanic was the wreck of that.
I
He
see.
thinks he suspects it's like some kind of underwater ruins of like a city that used to be here before the seas all rose up. Blah blah blah, something like that.
I understand. Okay. That was my only question.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Does anyone have any other questions? About any of the people or the days, the timeline? Oh, also on the day we went to the lake, there started to be like a rumor among the crew. It took a couple days for me to hear it though, about somebody like on the crew had killed a guy at some point, and so you should leave him alone. I never got the name on who that was.
Let's get back to that. Was one I was gonna go back to. Somebody killed a guy.
Yeah,
I
there was like a
feel like
rumor
that-
going around about that. They won't tell me who
When
it
they
was
went-
though.
When they went down in the Titan sub, was it the interference?
Titan
wasn't
Uranus?
immediate. Yeah. There wasn't immediate interference on the radio. Yeah,
No, it was fine for the first like
after.
3-4 hours. Yeah.
Do you know if there was any of those magnetic thingamabobbers down in there?
The little figurines.
Yeah,
Pretend this
yeah.
is a
Maybe-
figurine and not just a stress toy.
Maybe
No, they were
the
all here in the
magnet-
Tupperware at home, as far as I know. The black sand apparently had like magnetic properties to it a little bit, and the snail shells are kind of magnetic. You know, we've been coming across a lot of magnetic things for some reason.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering on the radios potentially.
Yeah, I don't think so. Uriah's kind of like a weird genius mechanic guy. He looks really tough, but he was always pretty nice when he was speaking to me.
Okay.
If you wanted to know more about magnet stuff, Dr. Renee Nelson, she's a climatologist and volcanologist. She's been doing a bunch of stuff about volcanoes, and I think she said something about like magnets or something too.
All right, yeah.
I don't know all the science stuff. I'm an audio engineer. It's just very concerned about some people.
Was wondering if the audio part, but it might be some more stuff. So we'll yeah. We'll figure it out.
I know it's kind of late tonight, but everyone's kind of staying here at the hotel that's on the cruise still, and as long with Dr. Nelson, and Mateo actually hasn't left yet either because he's been having issues getting back over to Chile with just visa stuff, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
I thought we
Do
saw
not
the
mess
producer
with
downstairs
Border Patrol.
with coffee.
He's always drinking coffee. I think he's like got. I don't think he has blood. I think it's just coffee in his veins. I don't.
Also, he wears his sunglasses at night.
He always has on sunglasses. He's always smoking a cigarette, and he always has a cup of coffee. I've never seen him without any of those three things.
Well, if we wanted to talk to him, he'd probably be up.
Probably would be.
Wanna talk to
Oh,
this
also
Dr.
rooms.
Nelson.
You guys are gonna need a place to stay. Oh my god, why didn't I think of that? We could either get you guys new rooms, or yeah, we should probably just get you guys new rooms, because I'd hate to give you the professors and Tanner's and Wash's and Uriah's room without. They might come back. So, Let me go talk to the front desk.
Oh, is all their stuff still here?
Everything that they didn't take with them.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't take a lot with them, so.
Do you think we could look around maybe?
I have the key to Tanner's room for no reason in particular. But I don't have the keys to the Wash's, Professor's, or Uriah's room.
No
Gotcha.
reason in particular.
Danny has those copies, I think.
Okay.
Sure.
Maybe take a word with Danny then.
She's definitely asleep by now.
Oh, but yeah, I could figure out where we're sleeping tonight. That'd be great.
Yes, let me go take care of that. Oh, and I forgot to mention, when you came back up, she has changed into pajamas now, and they're strawberry shortcake because it is the 1980s. So, she's like, let me go down to the front desk and figure rooms for you guys. 4 rooms? Yes? Cool.
Sure.
Good, okay. She runs outside, runs downstairs to go talk to the front desk.
As soon as she leaves,
Mm-hmm.
Bobby May is going to start taking pictures of all of these artifacts.
Sure, yeah, that is easy enough. The light's good enough with your flash.
Okay,
No
yeah, and like the
problems.
best lighting possible. I also want to take pictures of the Elder Cipher as well, if Irina
Yes.
still
Oh, yes.
has
You were
it.
going to translate that 1 star.
Irina was, or was I? Who
Irina
was doing
was.
that? I think you were. I think you
I
were
think
Irina.
was.
Yeah.
So Irina, you can go back over your pages of Elder Cipher again. It's like 200 different dot sequences. Some of them look very familiar. You're not familiar with this language yet, so it takes you a few minutes. But you're able to find the one. There's like a subset called currency, and this one apparently is currency of some kind. There's a lot of question marks next to it, as if they're not, like, you're unsure of like denominations of currency, but this one it appears to be some type of currency.
So what's the over under
the
that?
symbols
Mm-hmm.
on
Like
the
there's
little
like a little,
stones.
yeah, on that the green soapstone star. It's like the size of your hand, and then there's a small metal star that fits in your palm.
Ooh.
Small metal one doesn't have any markings on it, just a circle. And then, but the one that's a green soapstone, and like that one has the like little 5 dots on it. That looks like it appears to be currency of some kind.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Parker will walk up as Baby May is taking pictures. What's it about ancient, delicate
Society.
doohickeys like this that make me just want to pick them and start just touching them all over?
Well,
You can touch them all
Heather
over.
said we could.
You gotta put
Yeah,
gloves on, though.
Yeah, you got to put on those
Wow.
gloves first.
You gotta feel the history in your fingers, though.
I
feel that through
wouldn't
gloves.
touch these with your bare hands just yet. Here, actually,
Let me
if
know
you
if you
don't
do.
mind.
Thank you for the invitation, Lindy.
Yeah, thanks.
Teddy would do it.
Oh God, Teddy. If you don't mind, can you like hold this one? And I just want to get like a size comparison between like a person's hand and the size of this, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Well, Parker
Hmm.
might be more like likes to feel things with his actual hands. He'll respect like the process and that these aren't his to mess with, so he'll put
Yeah.
on gloves and
It's kind of like the
manipulate them.
archaeology procedure. You would be familiar with people like
Yeah.
archaeologist stuff. Yeah.
like
These
I'm
aren't
my own
theirs
way of
either,
doing
so
stuff.
I'm
but...
just saying.
Hey, Teddy, catch. Whew. No. I will do as Bobby May
Hold on a
requests.
You
second.
put the gloves on. They're just the white typical gloves, and you can hold both stars. One's the size of your hand, and one's the size of your palm.
Yeah, I'll just take a couple like size comparison photos and stuff. And then I also want to
She's
take
taking
photos
the
of
photos. Teddy reaches out and touches
Oh
the, big-
no!
What, you touch
I
out
have
which
a
one?
picture.
the big one.
The big one? Okay, yeah, that's fine. It feels like a very finely polished and smooth green soapstone. Cool to the touch.
That feels kind of cool.
Teddy, we're not supposed to be touching those, Teddy.
Just don't tell. Let's see what the texture feels like.
Fine, but I'm taking
Very
pictures if anything
smooth.
happens to you.
Looking at all the pictures. So
I
where
touched
are the
other one, man.
snails?
Well, she did say they had to be boiling. You're gonna assume they're on the stovetop in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
Teddy,
I mean, let's
did you
see-
say you were
What
hitting
what
the
else
other
were you
one?
touching, Teddy?
I touched the other one.
Touch the other star, the other one. Can you give me a
Yeah.
power check?
No.
Ooh.
It feels warm,
These feel different.
like a hand warmer almost a little bit. Not quite that warm, but it's got a warmth to it.
Ooh.
You were expecting it to be cold metal because the other one was like cold
yeah,
stone.
cold is I don't
No,
like that.
a little warm.
These are weird, y'all.
Well, yeah, there's strange things that were
No,
found.
not like that. I mean, like, I just touched the one, and it was cool to the touch, and this one is like you could stick this in a glove and keep your hands warm during the wintertime, like a cold winter in Indiana. Like,
It's warm? It doesn't look like it'd be warm.
it's warm.
There's Bobby. Yeah, Bobby's gonna touch it.
Touch it with your hands.
Yeah, with my hands.
Make me
I'm not
power
wearing
check.
gloves. Success. 52.
Yeah, it's warm.
Yeah.
Oh, and it felt like a quick pang through your head.
Mm. Yeah,
Told
no,
you.
that's warm. That's weird.
Right?
I don't think we should be touching these things, Teddy.
I mean, in theory, no.
I mean, like oils from your fingers could get on it, and then it could like degrade. You know,
it was in the ocean or in a lake.
That's-
Sorry, but still.
That's
He's
what
got
I'm
a
saying.
point.
It was just in water. Like
You
anything
think that
up here
that
in
lake
the
water is
surface-
better than my hands? I bet you
don't
I'm way
know.
cleaner than that lake water.
I don't know. Listen, you
This
never
is
know
a
what's
weird
gonna.
argument.
You never know what's gonna happen when you touch something that's really fucking old.
Yes, but this, if it fell apart, I would be astounded.
That's fair. All right, fine.
Also,
And then-
how are we supposed to know if there's really something weird going on if we don't actually get our hands on these things? Like, I
we
want
were
to
just
touch
looking for
sand
missing
too.
people.
Well, because what if there's something that's causing them to go missing? Maybe it's gonna make me go
Yeah, like
Ape
the
shit.
ocean.
and I go ape shit, and then y'all will know that something happened to those people in that submarine.
Folks,
Well-
I'm leaning on the side that maybe one just hijack the sub because maybe they have some debts they want to pay and a sub costs
Who's
money.
gonna hijack a sub?
I don't know. What are
Here.
these for? That's
The
kind of why I
sub-
want
Why?
to take a peek
Ran
in their
out of
rooms.
air.
If someone's got a lot of money, or maybe someone's working for a rival, I don't know, university professor. It's just.
I mean, all these
Somebody wants
stupid people here got a lot of money.
Sabotage MIT.
People can look like they got a lot of money, Teddy, but they can be flat broke. Trust me, I work a pawn shop.
Also, it's expensive to go to MIT.
Yeah. So maybe they.
Weren't there
I
like
mean,
little
some goes a
people
long way.
Sucks
figures?
anyway.
Yeah, they are in. You could see. I drew a picture of them for you. They are
Little
in
magnetic
March.
people.
March 31st. That's that handout.
Oh,
They are the figures on the bottom.
okay. I will. I'm
Those-
gonna.
and those are
tou-
the three variations.
I'm
Do
gonna
they kind of
touch
look like
some of
little
those.
weird tomato people? Yes, they do.
They
But
do.
you know, that's just how I'm not an artist. I mean, Heather's not an artist.
Sorry, Baba, sorry.
Which one do you touch? There's like the one with the little like flappies, and then there's the little. bloop, and
Teddy's
then
just
there's
reaching
the
in
bloop.
there and just like,
Oh yeah, I would touch all three.
Touch all three? Okay, I just needed to know.
Yeah,
I think I'm just staring at this in horror, like going,
just like very
maybe-
gently.
Those are cool to the touch, and also extremely polished, fine grit, smooth. You can't feel a burr or a rough edge on these. And if you
Okay.
and they are magnetic. If you they touch, you know, they doop, stick together.
now here's my question, right? Like they were underwater in a lake.
You're guessing maybe
How
they're made out
did-
of magnetite.
But how did they get so smooth, right? Like, you know, and moving water, you could see how something would get to smooth out. But it's a lake.
Well,
my guess is these are like man-made. Like these are not natural shapes. These are things
Well,
that
that's what I'm
would have
saying.
been
Like,
man-made
how
and then
long were
probably
they there?
left.
I mean,
Isn't
that
there
could, like wind and waves, maybe lapping, just going back and forth. That could do it over the course
Like
of
fairy
years.
stones?
Not on the bottom.
Yeah. Underneath the sand. Well, if the sand shifts, sand is coarse enough that it can, cause some erosion and
How
smooth
much
things
sand is
out.
going to be shifting in a lake, though?
Whoa,
But
whoa,
you'd
whoa!
be surprised. It could be a spring-fed lake if it has any connection to she was talking about a volcano, anything like that.
What if there wasn't? What if there was something at the bottom? Like feeds into something else. That would cause the
like a
water to
spring.
move, though.
Spring-fed lake.
I suppose.
Isn't there also a pottery shard?
Yes. That is the. Also, it's next to the figurines on the thing. It's about this big, oblong shape. It's got that triangle with what it looks like a little drawn version of one of those figurines at the top of the triangle, and then people are like, oh.
If I
bowing
see
to
any
it.
fingerprints on these things, I just take the sheet off the bed and I just rub it a little bit.
Okay, noted.
I might not be an archaeologist, but the pottery shards, the figurines, and with the facts and the mention of currency, we have potential civilization somewhere there.
You mean like
So you want to go
Atlantis?
swimming?
Like Atlantis, I guess.
Sounds far fetched. Not to be a
Also,
party
it's a-
pooper.
Strange.
Also, it's a
but
lake, not. Isn't Atlantis supposed to be like in the ocean or something?
perhaps, but do you remember the facts? She just pulls that out, like the facts along with the cipher. She mentioned creatures headed into the
Snails.
direction of Terra del Fuego. See? And these ciphers, right? They talk about currency. And we have pottery, we have.
Well, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, Irina. I do think this is probably some type of undiscovered civilization, but like that was the whole thing about the documentary was that's what he was looking for underwater, right? So then why would they go looking in the ocean if they were finding it in the lake?
Maybe the lake
Maybe
empties
there's-
out into the ocean. Don't.
Perhaps.
It-
Is it a saltwater lake, actually, out of
It's
curiosity?
a freshwater lake. If you asked Heather about it, she would mention that it was a glacial fed lake.
Ooh.
Mm.
Oh, so a glacier could go
Nice.
in and okay.
Melting into the lake.
That's cool.
Between glacier and snowfall in the local mountains, that's what feeds the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Underneath the
Regardless, it just sounds like we need to be visiting both the lake and the ocean.
Yeah, I'm interested in like this train railroad tracks that seem operational but apparently have not been used in a very long time.
I just want a snail.
Well, they're in the kitchen. Do you want to go look? I want to go look at the snails. Do you want to go look at
Okay.
the snails with me?
I got your room case. She comes back.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
So,
all right.
like,
Thank you, Heather.
Yeah, you're gonna be on the 3rd floor. All the rooms on the 2nd floor are pretty much film crew. But yeah, your room 307, 308, 309, and 310. Or 310.
I might check out the snails later, but I'm gonna sit here and make some flashcards from this.
Oh yeah, they're just chilling in like a big old stove pot on the stove in the kitchen. If you want to look at the snails.
Yeah, I think Irina and I are gonna go check them out right now.
Mm-hmm. Careful not to touch them with your hands because they're really hot. Because they're
Real hot.
and don't leave them out of the
boiling.
boiling water for too long because they will die.
Right. All right.
Okay.
Oh, Heather, real
Yeah.
quick.
Uh-huh.
You said one of your colleagues, friends, coworkers shot one, and it was
Yes,
just fine.
Mr. Araya, Mr. Pendergast, he was like, well, if I can't pressure cook it to kill it, why don't we try shooting it? And so they did. And it it's the one with the dented shell, because it dented the shell and then bounced back and his hand got a little hurt, but he's okay.
Do you have a dead specimen somewhere?
No, we haven't been able to kill one.
But you said they die if you leave them out for too long.
But we don't want them to die. They're the only, 6 in existence that we know about. Like, for science and stuff, we're not trying to kill the only specimens we have until the science-y nature people can look at them.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you had a dead one on hand. I just want to know, like,
no,
the shell
they
properties
tried to
remained.
make a dead one to have on hand, and it didn't work. So it's alive. He's like, you know, he's missing a scale, and his shell's a little dented.
It's a little al dente. Puns.
I hate you so much.
I love you.
That was great. I hate it.
So good.
I didn't think about it. I hate that it wasn't
so
me.
good.
But yeah, so Parker will probably check out the snails later, but he wants to like have this information, these pictures on hand, so he's gonna like start sketching out roughly what Heather's kind of.
Yeah, I'll just leave this
Art.
whiteboard up. I don't.
Yeah, thanks. I honestly like really easy to see what's going on when spelled out like this. So thanks.
You know, I'm doing what I can to help figure all this out because, you know, I owe it to him.
Nice pajamas.
There we go. Oh, thank you. Do you like strawberry shortcake?
You know, I have just a small sweet tooth, but what sweet tooth I do have is partial to strawberries. Yes.
Mm.
This sounds like some odd flirting. I'm just saying.
What?
No. Heather gets a look of panic on her face. We see that, like, what? Like, that was not her intent.
I'm not giving her my room key.
Yes, and when you look at the board, at every section where there is, like, a picture of Tanner, you see hearts pretty much nearby it.
I noticed
they
that.
are there, yeah.
Signed it Mrs. Tanner and circled it in a heart.
No, but if you find her journal, there might be the words Heather Huntington written a lot. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
That escalated
Maybe.
quickly.
I don't know. You haven't seen her journal? Something young girls did.
I'm gonna like
Still do.
gesture for Irina, and I'm gonna head down to the kitchen.
Yeah, she
It's
goes
just in
to
the
like.
notes app on the iPhone. No journals.
Take some pictures.
Yeah,
Oh.
she goes into like. It looks like she's ready to go to bed at some point, but she looks at the computer and she goes. She like powers up, like, you know, like exits the videos that she had up for you guys and just sits down and starts editing some film. You can leave whenever you like. Irina and Bobby, May and Parker. Is everyone going down to see the snails?
Oh, I'll catch it later. I'm just kind of sketching out stuff.
Yes, yeah, I'll leave with the girls to go see the snails.
Okay. So you go downstairs, get into the kitchen. There's like a couple lights just left on, and the stove is left on, one burner, a big stock pot. It's actually probably two burners. Probably one of those stock pot that covers two burners. Look inside of it, and in boiling water, you see 6 snails swimming around. Sorry, snails are swimming, just scooting along the bottom.
Bobby's gonna flip on the lights so we have good lighting in here.
Even better lighting.
And-
There's like a pair of like gloves and tongs next to the pot as well.
Perfect. Yeah. Irina or Teddy, one of you, do you mind putting some? I
On
need
it.
pictures. Thank you.
The snail's
I
about
will.
this big.
I kind of want one as a pet.
So you can just keep in a pot on your stove?
Yes.
See, I think I can get a picture. I don't. There's no public domain photos of these beautiful, wonderful creatures, so I just have to send it in the Zoom. But you know, oh, look at that one. That's a great picture. You kind of see what Heather meant by looking like a cross between a snail and a dragon, just a little bit. It's got
I'd
scales.
like to keep it.
I just saw these things like a couple days ago on the internet. These things are
It
wild.
looks like it looks like a snail version of a mimic. I love that.
Yeah, for those of you at home, Google volcano snails. That is, or scaly-foot gastropod, as is their scientific name. Yeah, it just comes out, all the little scales are wiggling at the bottom on its foot. It's technically a snail's foot. And you got it in the tongs. It's steaming because it came out of fresh boiling water. Seems to be pretty
Pretty
lively.
good.
Cute. They.
All the pictures.
You are able to get as many pictures of the snail as you want.
This is the
400
weirdest looking
degrees
snail.
Celsius is where they could live at?
I told you they tried to they put in a pressure cooker up to 2 atmospheres of pressure and 650 degrees, and it would not die. It was loving life because they can live up a little over 700 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, 300 degrees Celsius for those at home who are like our token Canadian and use Celsius. So yeah, it was like they stuck it to like 250 Celsius. Fever. Hot, very hot.
That's
I
wild.
wonder- Yeah, she's like, I wonder if you cook them long enough, they'll actually die. So.
Well,
They've been in there since the 1st,
for about a week.
And it's the 13th, 12 days.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, my question is, what could possibly drive these things up to the surface if they're used to being down
They
hot
were caught in a
volcano?
crab trap, which sit.
And oh, at the bottom. Okay, I
Mhm.
didn't know that. I probably knew that. I just wasn't paying attention. So then I won't ask that question. Instead, did they tell us where these were found?
A
Like, where
fisherman,
in the
a
ocean?
local fisherman,
They just
pulled it
said
up in his
a
crab trap,
fisherman?
and his wife was pissed that they weren't having snail for dinner, because
For
they couldn't
dinner, right.
boil it. So they
Right.
traded food.
Traded
for
'em.
snails. Yeah,
All right.
they tried to eat them. It wouldn't cook.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of these things. These things are weird.
I know what to make of them. I'm not going in water where they can live.
Probably really
Wow.
hot water.
You'd probably be cooked
Exactly.
alive.
Yeah. I wonder if they're in like those volcano baths that they were talking about, the hot springs.
Wait. Hold on. I gotta. What do we got that might stick to like a magnet?
But you want to see if they're magnetic?
I mean, why not?
I imagine they'd stick to the pot, wouldn't they? If they were magnetic.
Depends what kind of pot.
You have the one in the tongs.
That's very true. Tongs are metal.
I'm gonna set it down
pot's
very lightly
copper,
and then try to
probably not.
move the tongs from it. Is it magnetic?
Oh, so technically, most kitchen tongs are not magnetic.
Metal. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they might be metal, but they're not magnetic because that's
No, more just does it
yeah.
stick? As in, does it stick to the snail?
The tongs don't stick to the snail. No.
Okay, because they're usually for me they're stainless steel. Stainless steel is like it can stick to magnets, so.
Some can. A lot of tongs aren't completely stainless steel.
Mm-hmm. It's a
Hmm.
cheap metal blend.
Mm-hmm.
Well. That's a cute cat.
I don't know.
Well,
You
maybe
got
we
so
should
there's
just
some
get some-
magnets up in the room. The little statue figurine.
I don't think she'd let us take those.
and like play with the snails,
Right.
play with the snails, play with the little figurines.
Yeah, you knew you want.
Hey, did I miss snails?
I just kind
Oh,
of like pick up
huh.
them by the tongs and like show him like the scaly
Hey.
side first.
Oh, cute little guy.
Or
You should
Also,
probably
it's-
go back in.
yeah.
I imagine I
Yeah, the
have
longer
to
he's
have,
out,
like,
the slower he
a
moves.
key ring. Like a key ring on me. Just
what are we doing?
No, if you try
Key ring?
a key ring to the shell, yeah, you feel a little bit of resistance and pull.
Ooh.
that's something interesting.
Careful,
That
Teddy.
thing is
It's very hot.
Now look in the pot.
There's
Are all of them moving?
5 more?
Are there
Yeah,
6
oh,
of them in
they're-
there?
well, 5 right now because the one's out in the tongs, but
all right, well, you
yeah.
stick 'em back in there.
they're
That's my
loving
theory,
life. They're just
test it.
kind of like scooting around the bottom.
Nature's amazing. Now, if only they could detect submarines.
Who says they can't?
All right, y'all. I'm tired. We have been traveling all day. I think it is time for bed.
Yeah, maybe we can see about meeting with that additional agent of ours. Oh, Parker, I'm not sure if you were awake.
I was having a fugue state for most of the time until I caught my second wind. What's up?
We are apparently going to be joined by somebody new.
Ooh,
Who'll
new
be coming
friend.
to help us with this mission. Yeah.
Oh, okay. More the merrier. We know who this person is, or
No, not quite.
really. Hopefully
So-
they'll be showing up with a submarine and a ship, because I don't think we're going to get very far on land, but...
any name or?
No, they just said an associate. Actually, what did the fax say?
It's in the handout.
Another investigator.
Yep.
Out of character, Hannah Mation will be joining us in a few weeks, and she will be the backup coming in. Next week will be her one-shot intro, so we will not have Below the Land of Fire next week. We will have that episode with her, so we can bring her into the game.
Ew.
Hey, I don't know if we can trust this new agent. Could be a spy.
From what? The random creatures that's slithered their way from Antarctica?
Does Wintercroft have enemies? So they have like sister agencies in a sense, but
Yeah, you actually worked with one of their sister agencies.
but do they have
Makatsuru
enemies?
Agency. Not that you can think of, really. I mean, they kind of they do a lot of investigating for a lot of people. They tend to avoid certain things that would be. They're not the Pinkertons. You know what I'm saying? They're.
That's it. I'd hate to be working for the Pinkertons.
So
Okay.
it's none that you really know of. There's probably a couple people who maybe aren't thrilled with them because maybe they got busted by Wintercroft at some point for doing something illegal, but not any like enemies that you know of. Maybe just a couple people with grudges, but any
They can be
business is
paid
gonna have that.
Okay, well, hopefully, who knows? Maybe we'll wrap up this whole thing before we get here. Speaking of wrapping it up, though, I do agree with Bobby May. I feel like that like wind in my sails is kind of given out, and not sure how long wind will keep standing without leaning on something.
Alright.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. If no one else has, I'm gonna quickly send a fax back to the
Good idea.
professor. So, I mean, she did say to send her a fax once we met up with Heather, and well,
And once every day. A little weird. It's not the usual protocol.
yeah. I'm not sure if it's even possible to do once every day, but hey, I mean, that's the boss. Might as well, I guess.
Yeah, she's paying us, so we'll do our best.
Alright. Also, just to double check, is it one person per room, or are we sharing again?
There's 4
Well, I
rooms.
think-
You could share if you
Yeah.
want to, but you each have one.
Perfect. That's rather nice.
Yeah, I don't
it's
have to deal
luxury.
with Parker snowing.
Sorry, my doctor said that he has some like stuff for me that's supposed to like make it so my tongue doesn't like choke me in the neck. That's what he
Sounds
says. It's
like the
causing the
doctor has
snoring.
found a miracle.
Yeah, it is a mighty sound indeed. I will though I think I took the key to Tanner's room from Heather, right? I'm just gonna look
She wouldn't-
around.
Give you the key, but she can open the door for you.
Okay, yes, I'm gonna ask Heather to open up Tanner's door. I just want to take a look around. Honestly, because
Sure.
the last couple times have been
That's like totally fine.
human error, so to speak. So I'm just hoping it's more of the same with this third time around.
Yeah. Definitely, it's probably totally exactly what it is. But Heather will. His room is like across the hall and a couple doors down. She will open it up for you, and there's a lot of clothes on the floor in this room. It's like when like the type of people who take things out of their suitcase, wear them, and then just throw them on the floor when they're done. He seems like one of those people.
The used clothing pile.
Yep, there's the used clothing pile and like the maybe okay clothing pile. A lot of band t-shirts.
Yeah,
A
just gonna
lot
start
of
going through-
t-shirts and jeans. You see a charger for a like camcorder, like one of my more at-home camcorders, not a professional film grade. But you don't see a camcorder itself. Give me a spot hidden check as you look through his room.
Yeah, I'm going through the hints of the used pants. I'm going through the drawers under the bed, inside the pillowcase. You know, standard. Need to hide shit in when I'm staying in a public place.
Sure.
Spot hidden. Ba-da-da. Here we go. First roll back. Hard success.
Good job. All right. So yeah, you look through, and a lot of band t-shirts. A lot of dirty. This guy needed to do some laundry. Looks like a typical early 20-something-year-old guy's hotel room. You do
in the
find
maybe pile. Throw
that
it in the dirty pile.
camcorder charger. And it looks like a battery that was on the charge. You're guessing maybe it's like a lot of people swap, like have one always charging. You don't find a camcorder.
Must have taken it with him.
Yeah, you do find a couple of the empty cassette, like camcorder cassette tapes, but no tape in it. You're guessing maybe there wasn't enough footage to have it be finished yet. There's some that are unused in his suitcase, along with hold on, let me look at his list of things that he said he took with him. I was like, hey, Don, specifically, tell me exactly what you take with you down into the submarine. Okay, so yeah, you'd probably find some stuff that you'd take out of your wallet when you want to slim down, like the library card. You know, the Blockbuster punch card.
Yeah, punch card, classic.
Passport's probably in there. You don't see anything super out of the ordinary. Actually, you do notice something odd though. It looks like there's a lot of string, kind of like tucked off behind the door, all tied to the inside of the doorknob. It looked like maybe he had rigged some alarms or traps to, like, if someone had opened the door, the string would pull on something on the other side of the room, causing it to fall and make a loud noise.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
It does look like he trapped his room to alarm it.
Oh, is it to wake him up, or is it to just, like, tell him that someone's been in here?
Tell him that someone's been in here. Your hard success, it is definitely one of those vibes. Looks like it's been disarmed presently, but it was hooked. You see about like 4 or 5 of these, like strings tied off to other objects, and like a couple shards of a broken face in one corner.
I look around, but there's nothing valuable in here. So either he has it on him, or I try to think back. Was that broken when I got in here?
Yes.
Is there a way to tell that?
Yes.
Someone's been in here before I got in here?
It looks like a couple people have been in and out of this room. And Heather's standing in the doorway. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Have you been in this room before you let me in here, and since after Tanner?
Yes.
I just kind of look at her. I look at the giant pile of band t-shirts. I mean, I'm gonna try to tell if she's lying. Like,
sure.
I don't
Give me a
think
psychology
she is,
check. Yeah.
but I'll try. Like, there's a chance she's like secretly evil.
There's a chance. Yeah.
Oh, hey, success.
Success. This girl is smitten with Tanner Huntington. You're guessing she came in here a couple times to get one of his t-shirts and either wear it to bed or to cuddle it or cry into it or something. It looks like she's having a hard time just kind of keeping it together right now. Like, she's playing it cool, but she is distressed emotionally. Yeah, she is smitten with this boy. And so you imagine that if he gave her a key to his room, he probably told her about the thing, and she was able to disarm it and come in here and grab some t-shirts. And Wow.
I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna look at the pile. Is it pretty obvious to tell which one's like the most loved or the most worn T-shirt? His favorite band.
They're all pretty. This guy, not only did he need to do laundry, he probably needed to buy some new clothes.
All right.
This looks like a broke 20-something-year-old young guy's room.
Yeah, it's obvious you care. Just in our line of work, sometimes we come across people who are a little too human. So I'm just trying to rule out those.
Too human?
Yeah, you know,
As
the things that
compared to,
everyone
like,
deals with.
Aliens?
No, I mean,
'Cause I saw this movie
like,
one time.
I'm talking about things like love or guilt or some of the more higher
Oh.
emotions like debt or
Well, you know,
illegal shit.
I was hoping, we were both hoping this would kind of be his like big break, because he was like lead camera guy on this thing. He was on, did you ever see Roar? That lion movie where a bunch of people got mauled trying to make it?
Oh yeah, with the
Yeah,
dad
he
line
was-
falling off the cliff.
He was a camera guy on that. Didn't go very well, and no one really wanted to hire him after that. So I don't like asking my grandfather for like help, because I want to like, I went to audio school. I'm gonna make my own career, but I thought it'd be nice because he had such a rough time, and he's such a good camera guy. Like, his shots are really inspired. So I
Yeah.
may have pulled a couple strings to get him on this expedition, this documentary with us, because I thought it'd be like really cool and we could spend time together. And we started watching Star Wars because he hadn't seen it, and we watched A New Hope and then Empire Strikes Back, but he went down in the submarine before we could watch Return of the Jedi. He may
I hold
never
up
know
one
what
of like the anti-cassette
happened.
tapes, and I say like, "What happened to taking some memories to see things from his point of view?" Would you?
No, he had a camcorder he liked to carry around too. She like grabs one of his used t-shirts and just like dabs.
Oh,
And-
it's a dirty pile.
She goes, I think he wanted to take his camcorder down in the sub with him so he could have his own shots, and also in case he needed to film two angles at the same time down there.
Yeah, shame he didn't leave any of his work behind. Or random thought: those weren't home recordings of Star Wars, were they?
No, I got them from the video rental store down the street. It's on the corner.
Gotcha. Okay.
A lot of movies.
There goes the possibility he re-recorded stuff that might be useful. Oh well. Well, thanks for me check out the
Took his
room.
handheld camera with him.
Yes. But you never know. The tapes leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe A New Hope has a New Hope in it or something. All right. Well, I am also beat, so I will pull out the room keys. Like, I'll head to my room and.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go to bed. She closes the
Yeah.
door, locks it. She still has that t-shirt that she picked up to wipe her eyes with. And she goes back to her room with.
I think part of him is happy. It's not like he seems like from what he's heard, he seems like a nice kid, and Heather seems to really like him. Nothing weird in her face is going on. There's that like, God, it's gonna be the one that I'm not like checking every weird possibility. That's the one that's gonna bite me in the butt. But I don't want to look like a dumbass again.
Oh.
And then he's gonna go to bed.
Everyone else going to bed too? Bobby.
Yep.
I have to send my
May.
fax first.
Oh yes. What do you say in your fax, Miss Zhao?
I'd let her know that we've all arrived safely and that we have met with Heather, who has explained to us the situation of the missing people and showed us the artifacts. So just in detail of like, this is the timeline, this is the snails, these are the artifacts we currently have. I don't think there's anything else other than that. Seems the locals here are unfriendly. From the cipher, it seems that we have these might be currency, so there might be signs of civilization here,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be currently what we have so far. We
You
will
get
give
a
you more
reply.
updates.
It is very late.
Immediately?
Couple minutes, yeah. As long as it takes
Lady
to
needs to
get
get
a
a
fax,
life.
read that fax, and send a new one with a few words.
Wow. Ladies.
Staying up late tonight, apparently.
Apparently.
Says, thank you for checking in. I appreciate your due diligence and hard work. Keep it up. Also, double check the cipher. The words, references for currency and death look very similar.
I'm not gonna sleep well tonight, am I?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's okay. Bobby's the one who usually can't sleep. We're good.
And it's signed Lena.
Cool.
Professor Lena Griffin.
I'm gonna read that cipher before I go to bed and try to
Mhm.
figure out which one's currency, which one's death.
Yeah, you look at it and, like, it's a star. There's 5 points. You turn it, you're like, yeah, it looks... Oh, wait, you turn it that way. It definitely looks like death.
I think I'll start trying to make the little translation notes.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, play my not piano and sleep.
Do your fingering and go to bed. Yep.
Also, just making sure because people keep tampering with the other crew,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a paranoid piece of shit.
Uh-huh.
I
You
will
or
make sure
Irina?
to.
Both.
I'm gonna store my notes
Mm-hmm.
under a pillowcase,
Mm-hmm. Love it.
and I'm
shove it in the
also
pillowcase.
going to Do I have anything that's like dusty? Oh, I know. So you know how we have I think as a part of her medicine she has probably some chalk or there's just something for or crushed up calcium for in case of indigestion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's
I'm gonna
some
sprinkle a very fine layer
Mm-hmm.
of that around her door area.
Okay. So you can see if any footprints or anything.
If there's any footprints
Mm-hmm.
or if someone gets in when
Yeah.
she's asleep.
Open it.
I mean she'll still lock everything, but
Yeah.
I don't want to get fucked with, man.
Don't worry. Bobby May, could you please make me a power check as you sleep this night?
Yes.
Some things never change.
No, they don't. I would like to say though, so I'm
Yes.
assuming these hotel doors open in.
They
right,
do.
into
Like
the
most
room?
hotel rooms, they open inward.
Okay.
So you don't, because that
Is
way you
there,
don't
like-
hit people in the hallway randomly. That would
Yeah, yeah.
suck.
Is there like a chair in this room?
Yes, there is like a little, like, there's like a tiny writing desk and a chair. Kind of like Heather's, where she's got the computer's, like, monitor
Yeah.
precariously
yeah.
balanced on that tiny desk. Yeah.
I'm gonna lock my door and then I'm
Mhm.
gonna jam my chair under the door handle.
Easily done.
So,
No problems.
and then I'll go to bed and I will make my power check.
All right, thank you.
Success.
Success. That is good. Is good. Some things never change, but your dreams might. So you drift off to sleep,
Mhm.
and I need you to make me a listen check.
Listen. Ooh, failure.
Okay. There's this faint noise. It almost sounds like a phrase being spoken, sung, yelled. It's hard to tell. It's quiet and it's in the background. You can't quite make out what it is, but it's ever present through your dream tonight.
Can I make out the cadence? Like, does it sound like it's somebody saying it, singing it, chanting it? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Just that over and over again, quietly in the background. You can't quite make it out. So that's going on. It is dark. It's quiet except for that noise. And you realize you're in your dark room. But the red lights that you usually have on are turned off. You know where the light switch is.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip on that light switch.
Is it a light switch
the
or a
red-
pull chain? That's a good question.
Her dark room is in her apartment.
It's like a converted
but
closet.
yeah, so I would imagine it's like a pull chain.
Okay, so you reach up. Oh, it's right there. click, click. Turn it on, and the pictures that are developing at this moment are a lot of pictures you took today. You see a lot of pictures of this weird, the metal star, or as I like to say, the metal star and the rock star, of the strange metal you couldn't quite make out what it was. It's definitely soapstone for the other one. You know it's green, but everything's red, black, and white in this light. There's the pictures of the little figurines. There's pictures of the pottery. There's pictures behind that. If you do a lot of photography, you have like little, they're on little strings and they're in layers. You see behind those are pictures of the Pacific Northwest and of your family's cabin on the island. And it's weird. It's like on all those pictures, there's overlaid with the stars, like that green soapstone star. Like you see like an imprint almost in all the photos in this room.
In every single photo.
Except for the ones from today.
Except for the ones from today. Okay. Is there a difference in... Because Bobby's a photographer. She knows what could cause like shadows or like distortions in her photos and things like that when she's developing. Is this like the same film, same chemicals, same stuff that she normally uses?
You normally do, yeah.
Okay. And I haven't had any light exposure in here or anything like that.
No, it kind of looks like if you got light exposure filtered through a different print. It kind of leaves an imprint of that. It kind of looks like that, but you know for a fact that this room was dark when you came in.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, but you did have that poster print on the opposite, because you've got like, imagine it's like two desks, two tables stretched out. You've got that poster print on the other side developing. It's probably ready to take out the liquid.
I have a poster. Okay, I will pull that out then.
Pull that out. It is very dark. I'm wondering if you did it right, but you're like, oh no, you just need to do the wiggly thing.
The shake, yeah.
The shake. And as you shake it, you see swirls of darkness and two small beady eyes staring at you, through you. It's hard to tell.
Okay. And they're just staring. Unblinking?
Unblinking.
Okay. What? Like, okay. Eyes are weird, right?
Eyes
you can
are
tell
weird.
the difference between like human eyes and animal eyes. And
they don't
things
look
like...
human.
They don't. Okay. They look animal-ish?
Ish.
Okay.
Yeah. If it wasn't for that, it's weird. This is a still picture, but you swear the darkness is like a moving aura. It's weird. The swirl around the eyes.
Huh.
Animal-ish.
Okay. I am gonna hang this poster up next to the other photos that I've taken today. Am I seeing that weird?
It's one of those pictures that, like, wherever you move, it still looks like it's staring at you. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, of course it does. Bobby May hangs it up backwards.
Okay. Because it's a film print, you flip it around and it still looks like it's staring at you.
It's still there. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
because it's the transparent
yeah.
state.
Right. Yeah, it's not like actually a photo yet. Okay.
Yeah. Weird. You don't remember taking that photo?
No, I don't. I am going to. I think Bobby is she's a little weirded out by. Okay. Can I do a vibe check, please? Like
vibe check
on these fucking eyes.
What would you like to
I want to know
roll?
what the roll for a vibe check is.
Okay. Is there like an empathy or something like
psychology.
that?
If you're trying to like vibe check a person to see what their dealio, it's generally gonna be a psychology. You can try to psychology this picture of eyes
unblinking
eyes. Unblinking eyes. Well, I mean, it's a picture. Why would they blink?
Right. That's by one. Fuck. I'm gonna spend the luck point.
Spend the luck point? Okay.
Make it a success.
Do it.
Make it a success. You vibe check these eyes, and these eyes vibe check you right back.
Oh no.
One moment, please.
It's if you stare into the void long enough, the void,
The void
stares back.
Oh, I don't have the character sheet. On one moment, I need to go into the other roll 20.
This thing has a fucking character sheet? Lindy!
I wouldn't worry about it. Hold on.
I am
One moment.
very
You have
worried
luck.
about it.
You could spend luck.
No, I did.
You
I
did.
Oh.
did
okay.
spend luck.
Oh, I missed that totally. Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
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 she
no, you're
vibe checks the
good.
void, and the void vibe checks her back. Uno momento, bit. Now, they may not be quite as good at vibe checking as you are, but let's see how this entity rolls.
You have a really good psychology.
You do have a very good psychology, and that might be good for you. Do they push it? No, I don't think they will. Not at this point.
Okay.
They did not succeed on their vibe check back.
Okay.
So, you
Yeah.
vibe check these eyes. These eyes are... I'm gonna give you 3 words.
Okay.
Probing. Curious. And amused.
And amused. I don't like this at all.
That's the vibe you get from these eyes that stare unblinking. Well, it's a picture. Of course they're unblinking.
They wouldn't blink.
They
Yeah.
wouldn't blink. That seem to follow you no matter where you move in the room.
Do I talk to this thing? Okay.
Would you like to?
I'm gonna talk to this thing.
Okay. What do you say to this regular photograph in your dream?
I think Bobby feels like she's going crazy, so I think like under the breath she's like, okay, I am definitely going crazy. Hello?
Since you did succeed and you spent luck on it and everything, your vibe check indicates they're listening. They're paying attention to you.
This thing is listening. Okay.
Probing, curious, amused, listening.
Amused and listening. Hi. She's from the South. She had Southern hospitality. My name's Bobby May Dean. Pleasure to meet you in my dark room. Can I? No, I can't tell color. I don't. Everything's red.
No, you can't tell. Everything's
Yeah.
red, white, and black in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say what color are the eyes, but I don't know that.
Red, white, and black.
Yeah. I can tell, just from what I am seeing, that you appear to be amused and, dare I say, friendly.
You feel the amusement grow.
Oh, great. I don't like this. Are you just gonna hang out here? I mean, it's totally fine. It's my dark room. As long as you don't turn on any lights, we should be fine.
You get the impression that the darkness is just fine with them.
Just fine with them. Okay, perfect. Well, then, in that case, you are more than welcome to...
They're not here to
Stay-
interfere, only to
they're just
observe.
watching. They're just watching.
Just
You are.
observing.
In that case, since you are just here...
No words, just
Hang out.
vibes.
Yeah, just vibes, yeah. So I am not that unnerved by you at the moment. So, pardon me, I'm just gonna grab you real quick.
You do.
And I want to put it in a, I mean, it's double-sided, so it doesn't matter, but I'm just gonna put it in a position on, like, along the wall where it can see
Mhm.
everything.
Oh, it likes that.
Yeah, it fucking does. Just puts it in a where it can see everything and it can view all of my pictures and everything.
It
And
is pleased.
okay, all right.
Probing, curious, amused, pleased.
Listening, please.
Listening.
Okay. All right. As okay, this is fine. I'm gonna let these develop. I'm gonna go to bed. Pleasure meeting you. I'm gonna turn out the red light now, which I think you will be fine with. And good night. And I'm just gonna click.
As you click it, you wake up the next morning.
Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. Do I
Everyone
remember any of this?
else, can you give me a... How familiar are y'all with earthquakes? I imagine living on the West Coast, Irene and Parker have felt a few. Has Teddy ever been through an earthquake?
I'm a frequent traveler. I think Teddy might have.
All right. Wee hours of the morning, or 5 a.m. Probably 5 a.m. Little rumble. If you're a heavy sleeper, it doesn't wake you up. But if you're a light sleeper, Parker actually probably doesn't wake up. But Irene, you're a bit of a light sleeper. Teddy, you might wake up, you might not. Little earthquake. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, not very long. Nothing falls off your little nightstand or anything, just enough to wake you up a bit.
I imagine Teddy's response is, "Oh, great. Just what I needed in my life." And then tries to go back to sleep.
You're able to go back to
Same,
sleep.
Honestly.
Yeah. How late do y'all sleep until?
Long as I'm allowed to.
Honestly, I was just about to say, Teddy's normally the early riser.
Yeah,
This
he
probably
is.
would bother y'all more than anything else. Is Teddy is one that you have to get up this morning.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah,
So
y'all have
Teddy
to
will be
come
the
get me.
last to
I don't want to do
awaken.
this shit.
Was
Guess
Parker an
that's-
early riser?
Parker's decently early. You gotta hit those yard sales before all the good stuff's gone.
That's true. Parker, you're the first one awake then this morning, probably.
Just outside Teddy's room, and it's like,
If you put your wallet on
Okay.
the nightstand or anything, it's like 2 inches to the left of where you left it.
we'll do that. Which grab, where is it? There it is. Don't even realize there's been an earthquake.
Yep. And you smell breakfast cooking downstairs. It's about 7:30 in the morning.
Go wash my face, get some food in my stomach, kickstart the day. Strongest cup of coffee I can find. Look around.
There is
it's like,
very strong coffee downstairs, and someone already at the coffee pot that morning is the producer. With a cigarette, his sunglasses, cup of coffee.
I do look around. It's like, Teddy isn't.
Yeah,
That's
Teddy's
weird.
not up yet.
Maybe
It's
he
still
went out
early.
for. Maybe I wasn't doing Teddy things. But kind of clocking the producer for this night, I'll kind of sidle up to him with my cup.
He's just sitting at a table with like just a cigarette and a cup of coffee. That's it. He's just kind of
This
staring
the-
off. Oh, hey, yeah, no, hi. Ooh,
Hey.
Actually, he doesn't pull. He pushes them up as if like to see better. I don't think we've met.
No, here, special assignment. Yeah, can you see okay with those?
Yeah. No, the light's just real bright.
Oh, rough night?
Always.
Hmm.
Oh,
Anyway,
also, Parker, you have just the tiniest of headaches when you wake up.
caffeine withdrawals.
Not even enough to, like a caffeine headache, or a slight one. Not even like you don't even need Tylenol for it. It's just.
Hey, what? By the way, what brand are those glasses? They look pretty good.
I got them at a random store on the beach one day. I have no fucking clue.
Do you mind if I take a look real quick?
They are a very cheap brand of sunglasses. Your appraiser's eye. They're like
Okay, so they're not
$5
specialty.
sunglasses.
They're just
from-
sunglasses.
Yep.
This is very sensitive to light. Apparently.
What a random fucking question.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't have sunglasses on. I could be looking in the market for some. Yeah,
A lot of the beach shops have them.
Yeah, I mean, I've been
Doubt blue.
a bit jet lagged myself, so just I feel now that I can actually process what I actually brought with me, I realize I forgot like have my fucking suitcase at home.
And he's looking at you, like, kind of that, do I know? Am I supposed to know you kind of way? And he just takes another sip of his coffee.
We're not, is he privy to like why we're here?
Doesn't
No?
seem to know who you are.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Parker. Hand extended. Hey, there we go. Oh, the man we have right here, multitasking.
Yep.
Damn, really? Cigarette and coffee. That must be one hell of a double
Always.
combo. Always. What, is it just the spice of the coffee not enough for you?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
You on the crew? I don't think we've met.
Yeah, sorry.
I usually remember crew faces, but like,
Brought
been a
on
while,
super last minute. Probably would have met me. I'm going to try fast talking my way through this. So
sure, go ahead. Roll me a fast talk.
Just saying very generic things that, and he's too important and too busy to actually pay attention to me. Success, 56.
Okay, well, I guess Danny's got you taken care of then.
Absolutely. Though, I mean, if you have some time, I do you have like an itinerary or anything you need me to do for you? I mean, I'm kind of like...
Schedule's a little on hold since the sub went missing. We're gonna have to fax MIT soon. I was supposed to fax them tomorrow with an update, and I don't want to have to tell them it's gone.
Oh, well, I mean, hey, that's
so
what
we're
I'm here
trying
for.
to like figure
You want me to
out
contact
a
them
good
for you?
story. No, rookie, no. I'm thinking about, I'm just sitting here having a cigarette, coffee, second day, just trying to think of a good story and tell them on how we lost the sub. We're gonna have to tell them it's just how to break the news gently and in a way that they don't try to sue us. So we are on a budget. We do not have a lot. We already had to fix up the boat. Insurance only covered so much, you know what I'm saying? So I don't got the pocket money to pay MIT mini sub, brand new technology dollars, if you know what I'm saying. So if I could figure out a way to have insurance pay most of it. That's what I'm trying.
I mean, what if you didn't lose the sub?
I'm listening.
I mean, 4 people on the sub, you weren't on it. You don't know what happened there. An accident, a little chance of a lifetime possibility for research. Many things could have happened. I could probably help you.
I like you, rookie.
I took creative writing as a minor. If you want, and maybe if I need to be caught up anyway, if I could take a look at some of your what you got, I might be able to help you kind of come up with a nice story.
We either gotta push it on to Wash Keys or that Araya Pendergast guy, the mechanic or the sub driver. Look, I'm not entirely sure that sub driver was licensed. That's a red flag to begin with.
If you're in charge here, right?
Mostly of the film stuff specifically. Yeah, I'm not. Although Danny and I, she's got good ideas. Do not tell her I told her that.
Of course. But if you can vouch for me, and maybe I can get, I don't know, see if this Wash guy didn't have anything hidden in his room, perhaps, before he went missing. I don't know. Maybe something interesting could turn up that might pivot the story a bit.
I'll get you the keys to Wash in Araya's room. It was not the professor. He works for MIT. He's old. He's not. He likes talking about rocks too much to steal a submarine. But easily overpowered because he's old. Yeah, this is a good story. This is a good story. Actually, could have been what happened. I don't know. Bless that poor kid, Tanner. He also probably could have been pretty easily overpowered. Uriah looked like he had some muscle on him, and I'm pretty sure Wash was on drugs. So, I'll tell Danny to get you. What was your name?
Parker.
Parker. Tell her to get you these. Actually, what room are you staying in? I'll just have her put them on your nightstand or something.
Oh, perfect. I give him her number.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll tell Danny to get the keys to Wash and Uriah's room to you.
Excellent. Look around. Teddy's still not
She's
down
out running
yet.
a couple errands right now, so it'll probably be after breakfast.
Oh, that's fine. I think I need to go check on someone I met last night. I'm gonna go back up the stairs and
Cool. I'm gonna have another cup.
yeah, I'm gonna just like
cigarette. He looks his almost gone. And he like debates if he wants the new cigarette first and the coffee first. And
which one? Which one's more important?
That's and that's where you leave him.
Kind of go up to Teddy's room, kind of jostle the knob.
It's locked. I assume Teddy locked it last night.
Yeah. Knock. Teddy? Teddy! Hey, you up?
What?
Oh, Bobby May is
It's-
also awake at this point. You probably see her coming out of the room.
I kind of motion for Bobby May to come over.
Oh, hi. Morning, Parker.
You know something
Hey.
weird about...
Do I remember my dream?
You succeeded on your power check. You, the images of the Pacific Northwest are weirdly blurry, but you remember
Okay.
everything else.
So I remember the eyes and the
You
weird
remember the
thing. and-
eyes.
Huh.
Yeah,
Great. Okay.
you do.
Hi, morning, Parker. How are you doing
They were
this
staring
morning?
at the void, and the void staring back.
Everything is
Oh,
fine.
Well, you okay? You got this kind of wild look in you.
Yeah, no, everything is totally fine. I had normal
Did the
dreams.
same thing Teddy did.
Okay. Well, we can address this later, but the most current and strangest thing happening is we're both awake, and Teddy's still in his room.
But yeah, normally me and Teddy are the first ones up. I slept in a little bit today.
Yeah, but at this hour, usually I walk down and I
It's
find
like
him already like halfway through
8:15
breakfast.
now. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's very late. All right,
Yeah.
Teddy, darling, you in there?
We're worried about
I'm
you.
here.
Why are you
worried
sleeping?
about me?
You normally don't
What-
sleep this late.
This isn't
Hey,
like
what
you.
time is it?
8:15.
Oh,
It's okay.
Yeah,
you
it's
can
not
talk
late.
to
This
us.
yelling through the door wakes you up, because you are a light sleeper. You're in the room next to Teddy.
all right, fine. Do we have a plan? Is there a reason I gotta get up now?
Let's get some breakfast and make a plan.
You want breakfast in bed, Teddy? Or you want a day in? You want to rest?
Wait, we don't
Oh,
have
and
time for
everyone
that,
has
Parker.
that
Keep
ever
y'all
so
from doing
slight
something
headache.
stupid.
Except for Bobby May.
Oh, I don't.
You don't.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah,
Just the back of my
Teddy
head.
wakes up, bleary-eyed. All right.
Probably just
Sure.
leaning against the outside door frame, just waiting.
Flanking on the other side of the door. Has Teddy
What?
been?
Why do y'all need me? Like what?
We are a team.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. All right. I need the biggest cup of coffee in the world, and
Very strong coffee
my head is
downstairs.
hurting a little bit, and I don't know why. It's just enough to be annoying.
Yeah,
Maybe
Parker, I
it's a
saw
pressure
you.
difference.
I
Yeah,
saw you hitting your head. Are you all right?
I think it's just a caffeine headache, or maybe change in altitude or something.
That's fair. That's fair. We did go from the mountains to the sea, so yeah.
Yeah, just need to
I'm
pop my
fine.
ears a little more.
I'm gonna like
Yeah.
lean back and like knock on Irina's door. Irina, darling, are you up?
I could hear you from out there.
Oh,
This is
good. We're gonna
perfectly
get some
normal.
breakfast.
We're
And
not
you see her
concerned
just
about
kinda
you as much.
Open, like.
Come
look
on,
at you guys
81
with a
keys.
shame.
Let's go.
Uh-huh. Why are we
Morning,
getting up
Sleepy.
so early again?
Well, we got some investigating to do.
Right.
We gotta make a plan.
It's
figure
not
out what
even
we're gonna
9 yet. You know, it's 9 to 5, not 8 to 4.
honey, 9 to 5 is so late that everything's already done by then. We gotta get a move on. Come on.
I was just freaking out about Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy, are you sure you're all right, Teddy? Are you just
Yeah, I
sleeping?
think even she just like opens the door and peers at him. Was like, "What do you mean he wasn't awake? You're always awake early."
I know, right?
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
are
go
you
back,
alright?
get dressed, grab an aspirin, whatever it's the version
Do
is in
y'all all
America.
have headaches?
He all sent me an aspirin.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Just a light one. I'm sure it's nothing.
All right. I'm gonna go grab us a table downstairs, and I will
Okay.
get everybody cups of coffee, and I will get it all set up and get some food started for us. All right.
Yeah. I'm glad the earthquake wasn't so bad last night.
I'm sorry. The what?
Mm?
The what?
Middle of the night, there was an earthquake, so I couldn't sleep very well.
Oh wow. I'm sorry. I slept through that. I did not know there was an earthquake. Right, Bobby
Yeah,
didn't
it
know.
was. Who cares?
okay.
It
Deep
was a
asleep.
minor.
I'll see you downstairs for coffee.
Bobby's gonna go downstairs and get everything prepped for everybody.
But you go downstairs. At this point, there's several people in the dining room getting their plates ready. Again, there's the buffet style. There's bacon. There's eggs. There's more paella. Lots of different dishes. There's actually like a soup for breakfast option if you want.
Ooh.
The
Yeah.
coffee is very strong. There's also tea. It's a yerba mate tea. It's very good. And some of the people that you see, you recognize from Heather's pictures. You see, as I go look at my own NPC handouts. You see Dr. Renee Nelson is actually in the kitchen checking on the snails, it seems. You can see her over like the buffet table through like the window that goes through. You also see the producer is there sipping a cup of coffee and smoking a cigarette. And you also see Mr. Name's Mr. Jack Grimm and Doris having breakfast.
That penguin.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna get everybody cups of coffee. I'm gonna get an additional cup of tea for Irina, because if I remember correctly, Irina drinks tea. And does Parker drink tea? Has he drank tea in front of us before?
Probably not. I mean, if coffee's at hand,
Okay.
but he'll drink either.
Okay, so then I would get cups of coffee, 4 cups of coffee, a cup of tea for Irina as well, and then I'm just gonna get plates of everything that looks good for everybody. Get it all set up and ready for them, so when they come down here, they just gotta sit and eat.
The fact that you changed the outfit on the penguin
Oh.
and made it, and it's a fashionable outfit design.
Yes, today she's
Not
wearing
just like
a
a
stunning
t-shirt.
little silk number and a lovely bow with the blue tinted sunglasses. Why would Doris be wearing the same thing that's unhygienic.
Of course.
Just to have a different outfit every day. Please. At least that's what Jack says if you asked her that. You asked him that. And you see Jack is sitting at like his own table. It seems like there's like a plate in front of like at the setting in front of the director producer, but no one's there yet. Like he's saving a place for somebody. But Jack is sitting at his own table with Doris sat on the table next to him, and he'll like scoop something on the fork and be like, the breakfast soup's quite good. Would you like some, Doris? Oh, you're sure? Oh, all right. What about some bacon? Really? I suppose if you're trying to watch your figure.
I think Bobby is just sitting there trying to discreetly watch this crazy man talking to a penguin.
You can give me a spot hidden check.
I will do that. Spot hidden. 93. That's a failure.
That's okay. Yeah, he just mutters and things. That bow is darling. I really don't know. I mean, pair with this dress sooner. What's that, Doris? Oh, you think it's a little dark in here for your glass? Okay, well, we aren't outside. I say I'll take those off for you. Yes. He folds them up and he puts them on his shirt like you would like your own pair of sunglasses.
Yeah.
And it's once the glasses are removed. These eyes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Do they look familiar?
Well, without the sunglasses, it didn't quite succeed on your spot hidden, but they have an aura of familiarity about them, perhaps. Hard to tell. You need to get closer to be able to tell for sure.
Yep. I'm gonna just sit here and eat slowly and sip my coffee and wait for my companions.
You sit there, you sip your coffee. There's a moment where you the coffee's really good, and you glanced towards the opening of the dining room, seeing if you heard footsteps down the stairs. Oh, it's someone else. And you look back, and Doris is facing you.
Fucking face. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm just gonna fingers up, just like this is the table, and just kind of just wave a little bit.
Doris doesn't move because Doris is a taxidermied penguin and can't move.
Yep. I'm just gonna just very subtly wave at Doris and look away.
Hetty just sits down like, is it just me or is that penguin?
No, it's staring. It's definitely staring.
What did you say to the penguin?
You.
I didn't do nothing to the penguin. I'm just eating.
Bobby May, you offended the penguin. You gotta apologize.
Apparently, he's just staring at me. I don't. Do I get a threatening aura from this penguin?
Psychology test.
Or is it amused,
It's a
observing, and
taxidermied
probing?
penguin. It doesn't have an aura.
I don't.
And it's not like
believe
a
you.
recent taxidermy. This looks like turn of the century, like 19 teens taxidermy.
Wow.
Got a special look, that kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely an antique, Parker. This is an antique taxidermied penguin.
Are taxidermy animals hollow?
I believe so, but
You could have a gun in that thing and we would never know because we just stay away from him.
I mean, the
Probably
ones that I've
doesn't
come
hurt us
across are stuffed.
Yeah. Depending on the size, I know
don't know what
sometimes
they're
that there's like a
stuffed with.
frame that they put stuff in
Yeah.
between because
Correct.
you don't want it too heavy. Yeah. So it really depends on the animal. A penguin looks to be an Antarctica variety of penguin.
Plaster
If you know- if
cast.
you know your
yes.
animals.
Kai Hawkeye.
Um,
KY Hawkeye. Yes.
Stuffed or plaster cast.
That's
Could be stuffed. I mean, it's old taxidermy, so it probably is. Because they just stuffed them.
like Chuck
And sometimes
Testa.
they came out kind of weird. Those old Victorian, Edwardian taxidermies.
Oh. You know,
It's just-
if this was a
Go ahead.
Oh, if this was a novel, the professor is like actually like a master thief and he's stuffed a bunch of like the artifacts in that thing.
In the penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been staring at me for like a minute now. I'm just gonna drink my coffee and eat my food. I don't know what I did to upset the penguin, but I'm gonna look at the penguin.
Mhm.
I am sorry.
The penguin doesn't move because it's a taxidermy penguin, and taxidermy
that's
penguins
fine.
can't move.
That's fine. I'm just gonna go back to eating, and I'm not gonna look at this thing.
Oh, just to let you guys know, apparently
Oh, and
I'm
the guy
part of
is
crew
talking
now.
to the penguin the entire time. I'll show you one more.
Apparently I'm part of the crew now, and I'm doing some dirty work for the producer, Mr. Glasses and Cigarette over there.
Oh,
So he's arranged for me to get a couple keys to some of the missing people's rooms. Honestly, I'm still on team. There's a completely logical explanation to this, so yeah, I guess I'll dig around, see if I can find anything. Not sure if that interferes with if we have an immediate concern, though. It'll probably be after breakfast.
all right. Okay. That good thinking, I guess. But then does that mean the rest of us need to pretend like we're on the crew as well?
Oh, no, I only said I was on the crew. I mean, you're more than welcome to hop on. He's the kind of producer that's very hands-off, very, oh, okay, you're the one who has my coffee. You must be a part of the crew. That kind of guy, that kind of mentality.
I see. All right. Good work.
the kind of asshole that think he's smarter than everybody else. And
Maybe
everybody
not
else
smarter, but more important at least. Yeah, that's some porn kind of prick.
You want to look out the window now, Doris? Oh, certainly.
I think I'll go for a walk.
Thank the
Maybe
Lord.
By the water, and maybe see if the locals have anything to say.
It might rain. Oh, you don't think so? Well, that'd be nice. Nice clear day.
What do
That
you
would
think?
certainly
Do you
be
think
good.
it'll work?
Irina, do you want somebody to come with you, or did you say alone?
I mean, if you want to come, that would be
I would like to get away from the penguin, please.
sure. I mean, Penguin said it's sunny, so we're not gonna need umbrellas.
There.
Watch it rain, guys. I need to see it rain now. If it's sunny, I actually swear.
Hey, you, Mr. Well, the guy Doris is accompanying.
Oh, Doris, do you know these people? Doris, do you know these people?
Bobby's
Return
just
to see
like-
them. Oh, I'm Jack Grimm. I don't believe I've met y'all before. You obviously seem to know Doris. Isn't she pretty today?
She is
Yeah.
gorgeous.
And he picks
That's-
Doris up, and he actually walks up from his table and walks over to y'all, to your table, holding Doris.
Just getting a look at Doris's face, and I think her eyes are getting a little sensitive to the light that's coming in through the windows. Might want to put those sunglasses
She
back
did
on.
ask to take the sunglasses off, but
I,
what do you think, Doris?
maybe we're on the same wavelength. I see you, Doris.
Doris doesn't move, say anything, do anything. Doris is a taxidermy penguin.
Now that Doris is
You
closer.
keep saying the entire phrase,
Yeah.
which makes me concerned. Doris does not respond because she is a taxidermy penguin.
The taxidermy penguins are inanimate
I just want
objects
to
that
get the
used to be
glasses
real
back
penguins.
on.
Now that Doris is closer, can I vibe check Doris? Kind of like the.
You can attempt
Picture.
to psychology check the taxidermy. Yes.
I would like to, please.
Could I spot hidden or appraise Doris to see if it,
Oh,
it
God,
has been
damn.
tampered in some way, or
It's just a
Nope.
taxidermied penguin, Bobby May.
Yep, this is just a penguin. This is a fake.
Yes, you may
alive.
most certainly appraise Doris. I guess
penguin.
you're alright with it, don't I?
nope, failed by 4. And
I have. Go ahead, sorry.
oh no, yeah, and I don't think it's worth spending luck to get it
Okay.
down to 40.
I'd like to also try something.
What would you like to try?
Whenever he's waiting for Doris to have an answer,
Mm-hmm.
I have a habit of keeping a tuning fork on me at all
pocket?
times.
Yeah, you do.
Just because it's nice to. It's good to see if you have broken bones too. You know that.
Yes.
But if she pulls it out into the air and just like under the table
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of holds it a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
whenever he's listening for Doris, or can I catch any sort of frequency?
That is a great question. I would like you to make your music check. Your music repair check. Any whatever music related check.
danger question ever.
Music. Hard success.
I don't like hard successes actually. I'm happy to fail this one.
If you could fail if you want.
No, I'll take it. The dice have spoken.
I like my
Um,
success is flaccid.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you. Not too hard.
I love a good hard success. So does Doris. The other way. Oh, sorry. Can't have crooked glasses on. You're picking up something. A very if you hadn't gotten a hard success, you wouldn't have known there's any sort of vibration at all. And you're not entirely certain that it's coming from Doris, but there is something that periodically just through the air a little bit.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Hey, Bobby May, you wanna come with me? Using the girl
yeah.
escape.
Yeah, the girl. Yeah. Yeah, of course. sure.
Doris, you're a lady. Oh, you don't abide by the ladies always go to the bathroom together rule. I understand.
Penguin does not fucking come with us.
I
No,
mean,
I'm not leaving.
it could separate the penguin from the professor.
She said no.
I'm not sure if the glasses are.
As soon as we get into the bathroom, I'm just gonna like hold my hands up to Bobby and be like, "Don't freak out." But
About what?
How I keep my tuning fork on me at all times,
Right.
because it's sometimes useful. Also,
Right.
I hate having to keep pulling it out of my kit all the time.
Fair.
So every time he was listening for Doris to talk back to him, it caught something. I felt it vibrate. It's very faint.
very faint.
Very faint.
Almost imperceptible.
Like, if I didn't use it for years, I would not know that.
Can you replicate the tune? I mean, can the vibration? Because that's what tuning forks do, right? You can like ding
catch
them. Can you replicate it? Can I hear it?
I'm gonna try.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try. I think it's gonna be something that's a higher sound, probably a bit too imperceptible to human ears.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow, that is what a great guess.
yes.
It's
so
either too
I'm
high
thinking
or
either
too
too
low.
high or too low.
Yeah. Because you didn't hear anything.
Yeah, and you just like, if I could have a dog whistle or perhaps something like a whale, maybe I could replicate it. Problem is the way it was vibrant. It was definitely something I couldn't pick up by myself.
Right. The fork had to pick it up.
Mhm.
Okay.
But somehow that man could hear it, or maybe when he's probably crazy.
If it's even
This
coming
is
from
the man
Penguin.
who had a monkey named Titan to try to find the Titanic by pointing at a spot on the map. So
Yeah.
he has a reputation for being a little loony.
Yeah. But I will say that something was answering him. It might not be the taxidermy penguin, but there was something. I know that sounds crazy. I know.
No,
I
it
know.
really don't. It really don't. What do you think about dreams, Irina? like what's your take on dreams?
To not have them. Are you talking about aspirational dreams? Because
No,
that's the
like
first
like
answer.
when you sleep dreams.
Oh, I mean,
you try not to have like actual dreams, like aspirations.
Anyway, so just like
That's
I don't
real
know.
sad.
It's a lot of just memories, I guess, for me.
Are-
Just colors, smells. Sometimes my teeth fall out.
I hate those dreams. Those are the worst. Those are terrifying dreams.
You probably have a lot of dreams, though, don't you, Bob?
I do have a lot of dreams, especially lately. I've been having quite a bit more. I may have had one last night where how truthful is she in this moment?
That's a great question.
I had a really weird dream last night. Now the first thing I thought, like when I woke up, well, not the first thing, but one of the first things when I was conscious, I saw those pictures of Mr. Jack Grimm and Doris last night, right? We all saw those pictures. I think Doris's eyes in that picture may have like transferred over to my dream, and I had I wasn't. Doris's eyes freaked me out a lot.
It's a weird
But,
thing
like,
to
not in a-
say. Because
bad
in that
way.
picture, Doris is wearing glasses and you can't see her eyes.
Oh damn.
On
Okay.
Heather's board. Just noting it.
Yep. So yeah, like I just something about Doris's eyes just unnerves me, but not like in a bad way. Like I didn't feel threatened or nothing, but like just there was something there. And like I know it's just a dream. It's a dream. It's a dream. Dreams aren't real, right? They're things that our mind makes up. So that's all this was, right? Just something my mind made up because I saw this weird taxidermy penguin, and it got me a little spooked.
I mean, we don't. Do you want me to say something comforting or
No, I
try?
want your honest opinion. As much as I would love comfort right now, I think honest opinion is what I need.
Right. Well, science is about what we say there isn't. As for what is, we're not sure yet. As for what you
Right.
saw, well, my mother would say there's merit to it. She believed in the evil eye and all those things, and
Because
maybe we should go find a cat
eh,
and just have them walk with us. And if they have 9
for
lives,
protection. Yeah, because like the eyes, they're the windows to the soul, right? That's what everybody says. So like,
yeah.
Yeah, nope, this is fine. Let's go find a cat.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's find a cat. Let's do that. Yeah.
While the
All right.
girls are having that lovely conversation in the bathroom, Mr. Grimm turns to the two gentlemen who are still at the breakfast table. I don't believe I've met y'all young gentlemen yet. Are you working with the crew?
Oh, I've been brought on for the occasional errand here and there.
What is it that you do? Oh, you're an errand boy. All right.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, jack of all trades, kind of. If there's something you need, if I can get it done.
Good to know, errand
mean-
boy. What about you?
To be completely honest, I wouldn't work for your crew. It seems pretty cursed right now.
Oh
y'all have
no,
some
curses are
problems.
completely different. Just had a bit of a bad run of luck is all.
Yes. That's also what they call curses. Like you ever watch football?
Doris
Mr.
says
Grimm?
curses are a completely different thing.
Mr. Grimm, you watch football, right?
I've seen I've seen the occasional game, yeah, every now and then.
You ever seen a team that just loses for inexplicable reasons?
I suppose. Now and then.
And it just happens to them all the time, right? Like it just keeps happening.
Or unlucky, so either they're not trying hard enough, or they
You
maybe
would
need to
call
get some new
that
people.
a lot of
on the team.
people call that curse.
Oh no, curses are completely different. I've read a lot of books. Curses are something that like some witch or an entity or something puts on you, and the terrible things.
Who says the
Curses are
football
more than
gods
just
aren't
bad luck.
An entity,
Mm.
right? Because if entities exist, they usually have someone who believes in them.
Of course they do. I go to church every Sunday.
So exactly. But if you didn't go to church and you didn't believe, then
I get
does
smoked.
your God truly exist?
Well, this is quite a theological discussion I see we're about to have. I'm gonna need more breakfast for this. And he's like, one moment. And he walks over to his table and goes
Doris
over.
agrees with me. I see it.
And the girls come back at this time.
Hi again.
I
Yes,
scared
we
him
all
off,
finished.
Bobby May.
Yeah. We're gonna go find a cat.
I mean, that's
What?
enough coffee. That
What?
had enough coffee.
Yeah,
Is that a
we're
metaphor
gonna
I
go-
don't know about?
No, we're literally gonna go find a cat and pet it.
Good luck.
All right, well, let's leave before he comes back.
Oh, y'all are leave. Okay, I thought y'all were having a conversation with him.
No, he's weird.
Yeah. Honestly, a little too weird.
I don't think I can learn very much from him.
If I can get into his room, I might be able to.
Well, that's a problem for later. But right now, a problem is getting away from him.
Yeah, he
All
seems
right,
to
well
be
then-
nearly finished gathering up his breakfast plate. He's having a hard time juggling Doris and the plate. Could you help me with this, Doris? Oh, no, your little flappy fins are tired. I understand. I'll find a way to juggle all that. I mean, maybe I'll have to
Like
make
a
more than one
sitcom.
trip. And want to leave? Now's the time to do it. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
that's
sits on the
for
table,
ditching
he goes-
this guy. Yep.
Wow, that fast eaters. I guess I took too long. That's all right, Doris. You and I are gonna sit by the window and people watch while we eat. You love that, don't you? This is breakfast. We'll put Doris away.
Okay, now that we're out of Penguin's sight, what is the plan for today?
Well, that's what we were gonna have dinner or breakfast about, is to figure out a plan for today. But now we're gonna go find a cat. Irina and I are gonna go walk around a little bit. Look,
Why
let's
are
walk.
we finding a cat? I need some
I just-
clarification on this.
Listen, I like cats, and I would like the comforting presence of a cat with us as we walk.
You
Like a
remember?
random stray cat.
Sure.
Cats
You
are
are-
a lot of responsibility. You gotta take care of them. You gotta feed and water them. Get them
They
shots.
also gonna poop and piss in your hotel room and probably on your sheets.
We are not taking the cat back to the hotel room. It's just gonna.
I didn't know. You just said you had to find a cat, so I'm trying to define the situation here.
You
There are
recall
stray
there
cats
was a
everywhere.
pet store next to the video store if you wanted to.
Oh,
Ooh,
Get a
is Bobby
cat or
May gonna
kitten.
adopt a cat just for the convenience of it?
not gonna adopt a cat. I just want to pet a cat.
Okay.
There's a pet store. You can probably pet some cats there.
Yeah, let's go into the pet store. Let's see what they got and pet a cat, and we will discuss what our plan is.
Okay.
Because I think we need a plan.
I've never
If I was
planned.
walking around talking about petting cats in a random country, people would be like, "What's wrong with you? You can't just be saying stuff like that."
What, you can't
So what is
pet
it?
cats?
You know what? Never mind. Nope, I'm good.
I'm very confused. And we head to the pet store.
Head to the pet store. You walk outside. It's a little nip in the air. Partially cloudy. The sun's out. And you see the bright neon sign of the video store. The latest video posters, and I say latest, they're several months behind. But latest for the area, video posters in the windows. It says, and the sign says Espanol and English available. And right next door to the video store, it's a pet store. It's a pet store because it's got a sign with little puppies and kittens and birds and fish and yeah, and it's got a little open sign and little hearts and stuff. It's very cute.
I will go in. I will lead the way, and I will
Ding ding ding.
look
goes
for a cat.
You see, there's a young lady behind the counter. Hola. And she asks how she can help you in Spanish.
In Spanish. I'm looking. I just would like to browse your. Do you have any cats? Any felines?
Yes, we have a few. There was a litter that was brought in not too long ago. There's still a few left available. Please, right that back on the left-hand side.
Perfect. And would we be able to pick them up and hold them and?
Let me get the key. And she goes out and you see, and there's a parrot behind the counter, and it just goes. Rah. And it's a big parrot, Teddy. Just in case you were Mr. Fearwords. Yeah.
You see,
Chilling
as
on a
soon as this
perch.
bird comes out, Teddy is just like takes an extra couple steps back behind everybody. I think I'm gonna just wait outside. I think, yeah.
What? I thought we were going to discuss what we were doing.
You're getting a cat, and then you can discuss the cat while you're in the pet store, and then we can talk what we're doing outside of the pet store.
Oh. And I'm gonna go cuddle a kitten.
You go and there's like 4 little kittens. There's a black kitten. There's a little tuxedo kitten. There's a white kitten and an orange tabby kitten. And
Is there a
they're all-
tortie?
No torties.
Oh, no torties.
Like there's like a picture, like a Polaroid. Looks like there was a tortie, but was adopted.
Good for them.
And so it's like a little door, and she opens it up. Like they've got like a little room, like a little walk-in closet size little playroom, a little cat tree and litter box and some food bowls, and you hear the tiny little meow, little news of the kittens. They'll scamper up when they hear the lock, the key
The
going
door
in.
open, yeah.
Oh.
And let them get out.
Right.
She hands you like a little tiny bag. She says, here's some catnip. And let me know if you want to take one home.
All right, thank you. I'm just gonna go and sit down,
The orange
In the
one starts
room?
climbing up your pants
and
leg.
I'm gonna cuddle these kittens.
Oh.
They are warm and adorable and snuggly, and the black and white one's a little wild. Keeps playing with your shoelaces. They're very cute. They're like 8 weeks old.
Little babies.
Little babies.
Little babies.
Little babies.
Parker, Irina, do you play with the kittens as well?
I enjoy a cute cat. Little guy. Gonna be a spunky cat that protects her own boundaries in the future.
I need the good luck and also the good vibes, so.
Mhm.
Why are we petting cats?
They're majestic creatures, and we are enjoying their company.
Hmm.
For
Is
luck.
Teddy allergic, do you think? Is that why he left?
Well,
I don't
he
know.
freaked out when he saw the bird. I think it's the bird that he didn't like.
Technically,
can't
penguins
do
are
that.
birds too.
That's also true. But it's
Hmm.
He
dead.
just woke up on the
Yes,
wrong side of the
very
bed.
dead.
I mean, he didn't
Yeah.
wake up early today. Maybe
He
That's
woke up
something's
so
true.
late. Y'all have got headaches. Maybe it's just an off day for Teddy.
You don't have a headache, Bobby May?
No, I'm fine.
Hmm.
No headache. I didn't even wake up for that apparent earthquake that we had.
I thought it was like either just me not having my coffee or like a crook in my neck from when I was sleeping, but it's not really going away too fast, so.
Mm.
The black kitten's trying
Even
to crawl
with the
into
Advil.
Bobby May's jacket pocket.
Aww.
I'm just like open it up.
Oh.
Yeah, what are our thoughts so far? I know Teddy's not here with us, but we can, fill him in when we get back out there. But what are our thoughts on what we've seen so far and like this case and just everything in general? Irina, were you able to fax the professor?
Yeah, she sent one
About
back
that.
telling me that apparently currency and death are very similar, so I went back through and corrected my notes.
So
Currency and death.
it wasn't a currency stone, it was a death stone?
Yeah,
So I touched a death stone. Okay, great.
Fine.
That's fantastic. This is just fine and dandy.
she just like holds up a kitten. Just like,
Oh.
The little
Hmm.
black one has like started dozing off with just the fade, like the chin on the outside of the pocket.
On
started
the outside
dozing
of the
off in your
pocket.
As far as the investigation goes, it's pretty much par for the course, right? Weird stuff, not having all the facts, and looking for something. Except I don't think I've ever had a big searching radius as big as a submarine in an ocean.
Mm-mm.
Still have no idea how we're going to track that down.
I was thinking to go for the walk after this kitten break. I mean, with that earthquake, maybe there would have been more things that kind of maybe dislodged from under the water. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll be able to find some more scraps of. Maybe the bodies will wash up. Who knows?
Hey,
And that
look
black
on the
sand.
bright side. The bodies could wash up.
And then we can go home.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, how are we going to get down to that black sand? Because I can't swim and I am not going under the water to do no scuba diving.
Oh,
A boat we
just
can rent, maybe?
yeah, maybe just a walk for now, just around the lake, by the beach.
Okay. I would like to remind you, Parker, that the last time we were on a boat, it split in
On a
two
lake.
on a lake
Wasn't really a
in
boat.
the middle of a
it was
fucking
like
hurricane.
it's like a
It
hodgepodge
was a-
platform made
It
by
was
a
a
group of young
floating
adults.
device on top of water. It was a
It was,
boat.
it was an 8-foot thick reed island made by expert rose people.
Yeah, and it split in half.
Okay, well maybe we look at the weather report this time. I don't know. Though, well, I do think we need to check out lower in the water. And since my best skill in swimming is to not drown, And even then, I'm a little shaky at best. Maybe we get some professional help, like a tour guide, scuba teacher or something. Do they have those here?
Diving teacher?
Diving instructor
Yeah.
or something. Or, I mean, Teddy. I'm assuming Teddy knows how to. Well, I mean, he is the only one of us who knows how to swim, right?
He
We'd
might
probably
have
send
4 scuba suits in that backpack of his. Slip.
He might. We might have to send him down to see if he can find any artifacts or anything in that black sand.
Everyone playing with the kittens can get one. So I'm feeling benevolent.
Thank you.
Give me back my sanity.
Teddy.
Oh, I haven't lost any sanity.
Well, then you don't. You're
I
next
have.
out.
I just
I've
feel
lost
good.
A lot.
I feel good. It's great.
You
Kittens.
just feel warm and fuzzy. Teddy, you're outside the video store. Still fairly early in the morning. You see some people like going into like work because they're in uniform or whatever, or like flipping the signs from closed to open. You see 9 a.m. rolls around the video store. Like they flip their sign to open. And not even 2 minutes after the store opens, you see 2 old men walk up. One, he's got like the pilot aviator hat and the jacket. Actually, they both do old school pants. They're like decades behind in fashion. And they're speaking in German. So they walk up to the video store. Just something you notice because you're standing outside. One has a bushy mustache, and one's clean shaven.
Teddy just goes, the only thing he knows in German, I think, is Guten Tag.
They stop, like they're about to enter the video store. They pause and they turn and they're like, Guten Tag. Wie bist du? And then in Spanish,
actually know
you only
German.
know how to say Guten Tag, don't you?
See.
See, alright, Sven. Good morning. Good morning. The effort's
Morning.
appreciated.
I figured I'd be polite.
You get a nod of like, good. Someone respecting their elders around here. Like, kind of nod. Seems quite chuffed, I think is the word to use here. What are you doing standing around in the cold? You should come into the video store. It's lots of good films available. Warm up a bit.
Sure, why not?
Video store. There's so much neon in this video store. So
It's
much
80s.
neon. Uh-huh. See lots of posters. There's like a section behind a red curtain at the back end of the video store. But you see these 2 men. They seem to
I
know.
the section behind the curtain.
They know this
Must
store.
never go there, Simba.
They know the store like the back of their hand, and they go immediately to the certain section, and you hear the very, like, half-awake desk attendant go, "The usual again, Mr. Hertz," in Spanish. Like, see, yeah. Picks up, you see, it's Das Boot on VHS. Walks over
What
to
is
the
it with
counter.
this movie?
And then he goes, I think we are feeling in the mood for something else today as well. We'll look around. And he goes back over, and his friend is just kind of like looking at the red curtained area like, do I want to go back there today? And the other guy comes around and goes, you're a tourist, or are you with that film crew that's running about? You're not from around here that much.
I'm working with an investigation team. Just trying to figure out what happened to the missing people on that film.
Yeah, that happened a couple days ago, didn't it? Very, very, very sad. Yep. I flew them in my plane about a week prior before that happened. My
Did you?
seaplane. Yeah.
Wait. What's your name, if you don't mind me asking?
Herr Johann Hertz.
Oh, you were one of the people, the young lady with the hair.
A lot, most young ladies around here have hair.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm not good at describing things.
He's old. He looks like maybe 80. He does not look young. Just
Mr. Hertz,
yeah.
did anything weird happen with this crew that you noticed while you were with them?
Oh, yeah, there was a very, it's a fishing vessel. It's a Chilean fishing vessel. We flew them out to the volcano. They wanted to see it. They found someone camping at the volcano. She was cute, I guess. They loaded the plane up, and there was a flare. That's why it went up into the air. This distress signal, and tried the radio. There was no contact. They came down. The one who's always smoking and drinking coffee, is Thomas, Herr Thomas, and the camera man, Tanner, I think, and Vash. We went over to check out the boat. We have a small gangplank, so we can get on the boat. We connected to the tethered to the boat, and it was slowly sinking. And there was not a soul aboard. It's like they had all disappeared within a matter of. We got there within half an hour. You would have seen them at the very least when we were 20 minutes out, so something had to have happened to them in about the span of 10 minutes. I remember seeing a couple, my eyes aren't quite what they used to be, but they're still good enough to fly. And I saw some reddish splatters here and there on the wall of the boat. They said that, I remember they mentioned the console, the boat console was slashed through, split in twain, like cleanly, like a clean cut, like someone took like a hot knife through butter.
Has anything like this happened before?
There's been boats going missing in the area for the past few months, maybe 6 months or so. The occasional empty boat drifting back, but none with that kind of damage, no. It's none that we've seen.
Blood, like you've seen, or you thought the red splotches?
It probably was blood.
I'm making a logical conclusion.
I'm a seaplane pilot. I do not usually get to see most of the boats that have washed back up. That would be the dockmaster would have inspected those. The ones that drift back in. I've reported a couple that's flying around, so and been like, oh, that one seems to be unmanned, so they wouldn't respond to radio. But I've not been that close to one of the abandoned vessels before.
Do you know the dockmaster? Who that be?
Oh, the dockmaster. Yes, Hector Acosta. Very grumpy.
All right. It seems like that's a common theme around here.
It happens when you get old. You'll get there one day.
Oh, I've already been there, and then I kind of got it knocked out of me. So, Former boxer, just.
You ever compete in any of your fights out in South America?
Yes, actually. That's where I learned my Spanish.
He sits there and he leans back a little to try to put you in a better focus. He's gonna make a check.
Colombia, Mexico,
Terra. Was it Teddy's a Terra? Yeah, I remember you. Seen your couple of your fights on the television. We have a TV on the dock. We watch television and movies on there. We wait for flights.
Good. What'd you think?
Throw a good left hook.
So take a good left hook. Probably too many of them. Such is life.
Part of the job, I believe.
Well,
so you're not boxing anymore? Investigator?
No, I am a bodyguard for the investigators. I'm security, essentially.
Good job, sounds like. I
I'm
wish you
not
luck.
doing very much bodyguarding right now because they just went to pet cats and
Interesting method of investigation. I remember
Yeah, that's
petting some
exactly what
cats
I
in my
thought.
youth.
Hmm.
And he says something in German to the other guy, who nods and just goes behind the red curtain. That
Teddy
moment.
nods and understanding.
Yeah. If you need a seaplane, they disappear.
Honestly,
Recently
we
got
might.
repaired, so we are even better than we were before.
Yeah, we probably will we'll probably need to do some investigating of the site where their ship went, or their submersible went down.
Yeah. I think they have the coordinates for that. So.
Yeah, so I'll be in touch.
Stu, and he'll actually hand you a card, and it says Johann Hertz, pilot of Die Frau seaplane, and it's got like the dock address.
Thank you, Senor Hertz. Gracias.
Yeah, he's got a good firm handshake. And you look at his boots, and and they look like really, really old military issue.
And I'll leave you to.
His friend comes out the tape, adds it to the Das Boot. The pilot has Das Boot, and getting adventures today. I see. It says the person they just scanned the VHS.
You just don't care once you work at a video store. You don't
No.
care. Once it's not a kid, you're like, yeah, whatever. Do what you do. Just don't bring it back sticky.
Yep.
Be kind and rewind.
Please be kind and rewind, and wash your hands. But yeah, so it's at that moment they get their videos and they're walking out. They got like a little plastic bag, and it's that moment I think when your friends maybe emerge from petting kitty cats next door.
Yeah.
Turns out petting cats wasn't a metaphor. We literally just went and pet cats.
What did you think? That is what we said we were gonna do.
I don't
We were
know,
gonna
you
go
kept
pet
saying
the
it.
kittens.
Like somehow, like you said, petting the cats. Like,
Yeah, we were gonna go
I don't know.
pet
Make
a
me
cat.
feel better. I just need to go
Cats and
cuddle some
cats.
kittens. Now I'm like, that has a whole different meaning in the places I've been. I'm just saying.
You see two old Germans kind of like walking away from Teddy, just nodding in response to what Teddy is saying, and
I
walking
do
towards the
understand a
docks.
little English. I knew it.
Their Spanish is very good, though, almost native level. You would have noticed.
They've been here for a while.
They've been here for a while.
Was it Hector Acosta?
We're
Dockmaster
feeling better?
Hector Acosta.
feeling better. Got some videos. What's next?
How far away is the Lake Esmeralda?
Lake Esmeralda, you're gonna have to take a car.
A car.
You're gonna have to take a car, kid.
My good
Alright.
friend was here.
I learned a little bit
Yeah.
from those gentlemen. Yeah, might want to go talk to the dockmaster. Apparently, there have been a bunch of ships washing up along shore that are unmanned, and a few ships that have gone out and not come back, according to a Mr. Johann Hertz. He's the pilot they had.
Oh, yeah.
He's
I
also
remember.
willing to take us to fly over the site, so we don't actually have to go into the water potentially.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, because no one has a fear of heights here.
Mm-mm.
I mean, with rumors like
Big plane's different.
ships
from
returning without passengers, I might opt for the flight myself.
All right, Irina. Was there anywhere specific you wanted to go for the walk around, or? You're speaking a little low. I can't hear you.
So quiet.
I will deep throat my mic. I mean,
Thank you.
God.
Whoa.
In And that is something that Snow and I say
I promise
frequently
it's
if
not
someone's
always
too
me.
quiet in our offline games. We're like, excuse me, could you just deep throat your mic for me? I can barely hear you.
Oh god. Okay. Anyways, I think you can hear me now. I think I
Yes,
was
Yep.
just...
loud and
Sure
clear.
can.
Stay.
Sure can.
I'll stay
Something.
on land. Thank you. I'm sorry.
You can hear the panic in
be.
her voice.
This is the Laugh Lude Lindy channel.
I'll stay on land, thanks. And just to walk around the where they found their artifacts, maybe some more will wash up. I mean, we did just have an earthquake. I'm also looking for bodies, preferably bodies. That would be nice.
Right. Well, to get
But
to
if you look for
where they found
bodies,
the artifacts.
they're gonna be on the ocean shore.
Ocean.
Yeah, because
How
they
does
didn't
it look
dive
for
in the
bodies?
lake.
That
They
would be
didn't-
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the lakes for artifact, ocean for
For bodies.
beach for bodies.
The beach for bodies,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
The
Beach
beach
bodies.
is a 10-minute walk from here.
10 minutes.
The docks
okay.
too. They're right. They're down the hill, not far.
Down the hill. All right. Well, in order to get to the lake, we're gonna have to take a car. So let's do the beach and the docks now, since we're here, and then we can decide where to go from there.
All right,
Sounds like a plan.
y'all go to the
Turns
docks.
carry corpses.
And I need everyone to make me a spot hidden check as y'all are looking for washed up corpses on the beach as you walk along down.
Right there. Right there.
Ooh, hard success.
Ooh,
Just a regular
nice.
success.
Hard success.
Wow.
Oh, Irina, you see nothing. No bodies. No nothing. Not a.
Hetty, we
zip.
rolled the exact
Zilch.
same thing. We
Oh
both rolled
wow,
16.
twinsies! Hard success,
Wow.
twinsies. That is amazing. Oh yeah, beach bodies are
No,
different.
no.
Trooper, thank you for the distinction. You don't see any of those out here too. Parker, you got a regular success.
I did.
It does look like the earthquake did wash up a bunch of stuff to shore that maybe would have not normally washed up. You see lots of like seashells, like more than it looks like there is typically here, because it's like all in on top of each other. This does not look like a typical beach. Normally people would pick up stuff or clean it off a bit. This looks pretty freshly washed up. A lot of extra shells, some starfish, some fish apparently got like maybe washed up a little too high and died from lack of water.
Gonna
Yeah, there could be some stuff up here. Teddy and
Pick
Bobby
me.
May. Oh yes, Parker.
just one question. The seashells that seem to be have been dislodged, are
Yes.
any of them are broken or have cracks in them or like chips missing? Are they smooth?
Some are jagged, like pretty freshly cut. Some are smooth, like they've been underwater for quite a long time. There's a variety. But, and I will say, because you got a hard success, you see, like a fragment of shell that reminds you of the snails. Like, a little piece that big. That reminds you of the snails. It feels like the same, looks like the same as the snail. You didn't get to touch the snail, because, you know, hot boiling hot,
Right.
but
Oh,
it looks like the same kind of like pattern and like material as that snail
it's
shell. Little
broken.
shard. And Bobby
yeah,
May
get
and
more
Teddy, you see a glint. Like something that's not the normal shells and stuff on the shore. But you'll have to wait till next session to find out what that glint is.
No.
So, thank you all so much for playing. We're gonna go around, say who we are, where we can find you, what your favorite moments from tonight's game were. We're gonna start in the same order we went around. Parker Lee, how was tonight for you?
tonight was great. Had a lot of fun moving along, and just really glad to be back and playing this game again with all you lovely people. I guess favorite moments. I mean, like catching up a bit here and there, but all the different pictures, many of just Lindy in various forms and poses and outfits was really great. The penguin that was dressed up was also a lot of fun.
Doris.
Doris
loves
is
you.
also great. It really does look like they are staring at me.
The worst part and the best part at the same time.
Yes. What was that? I think that was it. All I was supposed to cover.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Bobby May Dean, Miss Dreamer, how are you?
I am doing great. That was a blast. I had a lot of fun. I'm Nuggetosaurus, played by Maydeen. My favorite part, I really liked Parker and Bobby outside of Teddy's room yelling at him through the door to wake up, and then coincidentally waking up Irina as well. And then I really liked Teddy's conversation with the old men. And then Irina, that was like really smart with the tuning fork. And then just our conversation afterwards in the bathroom was something else. Yeah, I'm Nuggetosaurus. You can find me here on Mondays in Exandria as a player. You can find me here every other Tuesday as the Gate Master for our Stargate Flames of Hope game. And then, of course, you can find me here on Wednesdays as well. We will be back next week. We were off this week for Stargate. We'll be back next week, hopefully, fingers crossed, with the Shiny Pilot, as well as our guest,
Most
Jonathan
likely,
Fry.
it'll also be Shiny Pilot's birthday if he.
Yes, as well. So that will be a very extra special episode if we're able to do that. So tune in if you like Stargate or if you just like having a fun time, because it's a blast.
Wonderful, wonderful. Irina Zhao, how was tonight for you?
I keep muting myself accidentally, so that's a problem. The double mute is not great. Other than that, though, really enjoyed. I think everybody pointed out some of the the best social moments I've seen, but I think another one I really loved was Bobby staring into the void and the void staring back in her dreams. That is some interactive nightmare fuel, and I'm here for it. I strongly suspect that the penguin and that thing are somehow linked. And the fact that you keep repeating that it's just a taxidermy
It's just
penguin.
a taxidermy penguin.
See, there we go. That should be the new.
Because I'd say it's just a
catchphrase.
penguin, but I feel like that people would assume, our wonderful audience might assume that it is alive, but it is in fact taxidermy. Like 80-year-old.
I think if
mildly
I watch this
unsettling
episode
taxidermy.
again, I'm just gonna play a drinking game and just take a shot every time I hear taxidermy penguin.
Don't die.
So, I will die. Thank you. So, no, overall, amazing session. It's been wonderful to play as usual. I'm Laurie Lark. You can find me here and only here every Wednesday, except next Wednesday. We're gonna
next
be
Wednesday.
introduced to our new player.
Mm-hmm.
That and in Baldur's Gate still, because I procrastinate.
Baldur's Gate is life.
Yes.
Speaking of life, someone who's alive still is Teddy. Teddy Gilbert, how are you?
Avoiding birds.
I don't know how
I don't
much
know,
joy
that-
it brought me when y'all were like, I'm afraid of water. Or I'm afraid of water. I'm afraid of tight spaces. I'm afraid of birds. And I was like, submarine tourist. Yes.
I was like, you
I
said
kept my cool
parrot?
pretty well
And
during
I was
character
like, oh
creation,
no.
though.
And then you were like, it's a large parrot. And I'm like, even better. I'm
Big
still
old parrot.
piecing
You know,
the
like
fuck
they've
out of
got
here.
those big, like Amazonian parrots right down there.
I've
So-
seen them.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of parrots. Teddy
Teddy.
hates that shit. The penguin doesn't bother him because, much like you all predicted, the penguin is not alive.
Because the penguin's not alive.
Now, if that penguin starts talking to people, or if he heard what Irina passed along, that might be that story might change. Favorite moment. I think favorite moments. Much like what Laurie said, the picture and the staring and the discussion, the kindly discussion with the picture was very disturbing, very fucking disturbing. And that is the fuel of nightmares, much like what's brought up. Didn't like it, but I liked it at the same time. I'm enjoying this very much. I want to see what happens next. Oh, and I'm Dimples and Dice around the internet. That's where you can find me doing stuff and things. You'll see me at PAX Unplugged. I know I'm at least one of the panels that I'll be on, so you can check that out. I'll have more stuff later on. I will be at Renegade Con on October 6th doing a storyteller panel for Vampire and stuff like that. So if you want to learn how to GM Vampire the Masquerade, you might learn a little something from us. And I just wrapped up my long-term D&D campaign. So that'll all be on YouTube for you all to watch. And I think that's it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you all so much, my lovely players. My favorite moments of tonight. I really enjoyed Parker fast talking the producer and also like insight checking Heather while going through Tanner's room. I thought those were two very fun and insightful moments from Parker. Just trying to, get check up on people, but also trying to like maybe pull one over them to get what he wants, which is keys to people's rooms, which he got. So that's good. I thought that was very telling of his character, and I just find it very interesting as we get to know them more and more. I love that you can take the girl out of the South with the Southern hospitality, not out of the girl. So Bob and May, the eyes, they think you're fascinating, is all I'm gonna say. And I cannot wait for more nights to come. Irina with the tuning fork yet again. As soon as you said tuning forks, there's certain elements to the same campaign, many elements to this campaign where I was like, oh, tuning forks, actually, yes. So that's another moment of character creation, being like, oh yes, this, you have no idea how exciting this is gonna make things. So that's just a tiny little taste of what's to come. Just good thinking, loved it. I loved Teddy being like, no, I'm sleeping in today, and that tells you that something is wrong more than anything else that Teddy has said or done so far. I thought that was brilliant and amazing, and the like petting cats, gonna go pet some cats. He's like, the man who said he was gonna have a harem. He's like, phrasing, and I just thought it was great. So that's my favorite moments. My also favorite moment is just Doris having breakfast, just a regular taxidermy penguin with eccentric millionaire Jack Grimm, and you'll slowly meet more and more of the people that have Group A, Mysteries at the End of the World gang, has already interacted with. You will not find us here next week for Below the Land of Fire because, as the facts said, backup will be sent, which means we need to get our 5th investigator their one-shot. So Hanimation Studios, she is going to have her one-shot as a Wintercroft Investigations one-shot next week, and will be joining the crew mid-October. We don't have the exact day yet. She's got a couple cons left to table at, but then, she'll be joining us with important additional information and backups and supplies for the gang, so she will come bearing gifts. So tune in next week for that. Of course, Monday for the new batch, D&D 5e game. Tuesday for a Dawn-shaped guest in Stargate Flames of Hope in a birthday boy. And, we'll be back with Below the Land of Fire week after next. So thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, have fun and play games.